The audio's on. Audio's on. Alright, so hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Icewind Dale. We are the Digital Dragons, and we are going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Joining me here today, we have got Zagrax.
Hey, it's me. I'm Zach, or Warburn Chet, playing Zagrax, the Dragonborn Paladin.
Irilyssa.
I'm Rard, aka Evil by Moonlight in chat, and I will be playing our Dragonborn Cleric, Irilyssa.
Elora.
Hello, I'm Trips or Trip Starlake in the chat, and I'm playing Elora, the half-elf warlock.
Tahko.
Hello, I am Highwind, and I am playing Tahko, the cleric.
And Vulwin.
Hi, I'm Ethan, or Chaos Gemini in chat, and I'm playing the Furball Granger, Vulwin Agaragar.
And I've always wondered what the stats are on when I choose to introduce people, like who's always first, who's always last, because I feel like Vulwin and Tahko are always last. So I might need to try and change
I feel that
up.
too. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, never first, right? It's never going to happen, right?
Okay, next time. Probably not, because I won't remember.
Perfect.
Next time we just all have to introduce ourselves as Ethan.
Oh, please, yeah.
I mean, last time I think I introduced other people as you, so that was
true.
You still kept that in the relative same order, which is pretty brilliant.
It was well done, actually.
Thank you.
Anyway, who would like to give us a rundown of what occurred last time?
I don't even know.
So I did it last time, so you guys get nominated now.
Here's a rough go at it, because I kind of don't remember specifically what happened, but I think I do. We almost died to a mountain of mammoths and stuff. Made it back to the grotto, where we talked to Mummy Guy and had a bunch of our magic items appraised. And by that I mean I think like a couple of potions and armor that is cursed.
Oh yeah, and the skull is something.
Speaking of
Oh
which,
yeah, the skull's
yes.
also got some magics.
Tahko, I have actually written this. I will share it
Hey.
with you now.
Woo!
And I'm rather proud of, actually.
Oh, good.
And, nice. Then we went back to Lonelywood and talked to people there. And then Vulwin was given the tavern that was broken down, so it is now his, which he then in turn not gave the key, but quote unquote hired a couple of his old adventurer buddies to run the place until he gets back, assuming we all don't die. And then we fought our arch enemy of this campaign, water, and almost lost again.
Yeah.
But we all survived.
Let it be known, that was a shortcut. We took a shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't because of the double nat ones that we rolled.
No, definitely not because of that.
A
at
shortcut.
all. Yes, shortcut to death.
No, shortcut
and
to the end
then,
of the campaign.
yes. And then we survived that, thankfully, and then made it to Tourmaline. And then drowned our sorrows in mushroom soup. And there we are. I think it's the next day, possibly.
And in a retcon, right after stream quit, we decided that I left Barry at Lonelywood with the
Yes.
cookie lady. So so Barry is okay. Did not end up in the water. Very
Indeed.
important.
So, Tahko, you should have the White Moose Skull item now.
Oh, I do. I've read it and I like it.
Awesome.
It is
Oh,
good.
I thought you might.
Mhm.
If memory serves, you guys are now in Bryn Shander. Did you just arrive there? I think you did.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We did.
I forgot about that. Yeah, we
On
did
our
go to Bryn
way
Shander.
Out because we talked to Devesa already
Yes.
and got our money already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got paid.
Yeah.
Man, I
So,
forgot about
Thing we're
that.
looking
I mean, we
forward
can
to
stay
all
the night if you
campaign.
guys want to, but I actually don't even remember what time.
I
it
think
is,
it's like
so-
midday, isn't it?
The
Yeah.
time currently
No, I think
is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Nah,
Okay.
no, we ain't going. We're not gonna make it to anywhere.
Oh, sure. We'll make it to the east
We
way.
could make it to
Yeah,
Goodmead
the middle of the night.
if we wanted to go to Goodmead. but
Yeah, we would end up spending too long in Goodmead, to be honest. We wouldn't want to leave.
yeah.
We're at that part in the adventure that every time we stay there longer.
It's nice there.
And we're there for a month.
Mhm.
So you guys are in Bryn Shander. You've just spoken to Devesa, and the afternoon is now yours.
Awesome. Well, if we have time to do stuff, I had an idea that I'd like to do. I'm going to take one of these newly purchased oiled sacks that I purchased, and I'm going to go to
The ones that you set on fire?
yeah, well, no, I threw out that old backpack. It's one of the new ones that I purchased because I didn't want to try and do that myself. I have an oiled backpack, but I also bought oiled sacks and an oiled pouch. But I'm going to take the sacks, one of them. Actually, I'll just take the pouch and go to just a seamstress or seamster seam building and have them just fill it with some rags and then sew it shut and then put an eye hook on my pack and attach a rope to it. It has about 30 feet of length on it. So if I end up underwater, this will float above the water and be connected to me.
It's a bobber. He's attaching a bobber to himself.
I attached a bobber to myself.
You know, you're better off probably
That
way
going.
That way you could just mage hand the bobber over and then start pulling me out.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
It's really not, actually. And this is Bryn Shander, so it's pretty easy to find a seamstress. Whether or not they'll be able to do what you want, to the quality you want, yeah, they can. We'll say that it
Okay.
costs you another gold piece to get the bits made. And
Perfect.
then
That's fine.
waterproofed.
Perfect.
And you'll just
Sell
need-
that armor.
You'll just need to remind me of this fact if and when this happens again. So is it attached to your armor or to your bag?
My bag.
Okay.
That way, if the bag ends up under alone as well, then it can just be brought back up.
Okay.
You know, if I run across any fishermen, I'm going to start spreading a rumor about a fisherman who uses himself as bait. I'll describe the apparatus and just kind of like send that tale along, see what that turns into.
Give me a persuasion check, Vulwin. In fact, no, deception. This would definitely be deception.
Oh, I'm telling the tall tale. Let's see. How'd this do? An 18.
Oh, it's flawless.
Nice.
It has some believability to it. I mean,
So-
I described the whole contraption. Like,
Where are you telling this to people?
anywhere I know would be honestly probably at the bars, the inns, places I know that people would gather, fishermen that might be here and there, or might spread that story along as a fun rumor.
Okay, so you do find a small, rather dank tavern called the Munger's Inn. And it is built right next to, like, the main fish market in Bryn Shander. So a lot of the fisherfolk go to the Munger's Inn. And you do indeed go in there, you get yourself a drink, you pull up a chair, and basically start to tell tales of your time on the ice, particularly as an ice fisherman, which is rather different from what a lot of these guys have done. And in time, you do start to paint this picture of there is a fisherman out there who will jump into the water and use themselves as bait, trying to get some of the biggest fish that they can find, and they've had surprising success at this.
Yeah,
And you
they always come out with more rations than they go in with. No.
And one of the fishermen in particular, a younger guy, very thin and skinny, seems to be following along with his tale a lot, and he starts asking you some questions like, okay, so what kind of oil do they use to insulate their skin? How do they pull themselves out of the water afterwards? Does it hurt being eaten by a fish? And you kind of get the idea that maybe this guy's thinking of doing it himself.
Won't be a tall tale soon.
Yeah, I'll be most assuredly it hurts getting eaten by a fish. You have to wrestle the fish. But I wouldn't advise it. I've only seen this person do it twice. successfully. I'm sure their days are numbered.
Mhm.
I see.
Yeah, the rolls weren't appearing, so I just got that fixed. Well, I haven't had a huge amount of success recently, to be honest with you, and like if he's getting some of the real proper big fishes, I feed my family with that.
Well, if I were you, I wouldn't take the risk. I'd stay above the ice. Takes more time, but if you lose your life, you won't be able to feed your family.
I mean, that's true, but if this other guy keeps on coming back and keeps getting these really big fat fish, surely this would be the type of thing that would catch on over time, wouldn't it?
Probably not. I'd expect that most people wouldn't survive. Probably just really, really lucky.
That might be true, but I'm a proper good swimmer, you know? Been out in the water loads of times.
So have I. And I'll tell you what, this person's extremely, extremely lucky.
But he must have like a proper big house or something with pillars on the front.
Oh
door.
no, I hear he just goes around stealing everyone's food. I don't even think he catches that many fish.
Are you sure this isn't just a tall tale where they get all the food they've been stolen and throwing that in as the bait?
Yeah, it might be, but I mean, I guess this is a pretty tall tale. This guy's ginormous.
He's a giant. I mean, he could probably just stand in on the bottom of the lake then with his head sticking on top.
Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably why he can do so well under the water. You'd
Well-
have to be so tall. Maybe he just floats to the top. I don't know.
Well, you know, there was this one time the circus was in town and they were putting stilts on the bottom of their feet. I wonder if that would work here.
I don't know about that. I think that'd be pretty difficult to swim in.
Yeah,
But if you ever hear whispers between others, you might know him as the food killer.
the food killer. All right, I'll keep an eye out for the food killer. Okay, you have successfully spread these tales of the food killer, Vulwin.
Perfect.
Yes.
Inadvertently killed a half dozen people, but hey!
Possibly. It's possible. Wouldn't be the first rumor to do that.
Wouldn't be the first, won't be the last.
So is there anything else that the rest of you want to do?
No, I'm just saying.
Try and sell that snowflake breastplate that we have.
Mm.
Okay. To whom are you trying to sell it?
Black iron blades.
Are you going to tell him about its special feature, or just sell it as a normal piece of equipment?
I'm going to not. I don't know what you're talking about. What special features?
You know, you were there when it was identified.
Yes, I will tell them that it has the unfortunate ability to make everybody cold.
So it makes them cold, you say? I'm not sure how much of a call we'll have for that out here.
Mm.
I mean, good armour is good armour, of course, and I guess if you put a proper big blanket over your shoulders, you might still insulate yourself from it, but if it makes you chilly in a chilly place, that just makes you doubly chilly.
Mm. Oh, that's good logic. I'm not good at this.
Well, if you are willing to part with it, how much are you hoping to get?
How much would it be worth?
Well, it depends. If we're just going to be selling it for scrap, melting it down, using the metals again, give you no more than about 40 gold pieces, I think.
Insight check him.
Go for it. And this is the wife, not him.
Okay, her.
She sounds pretty gruff.
He does. She does even. Yep. Mhm. Got a bit of a cold.
I see.
5.
Oh,
You recognize that she is definitely interested in this for more than just smelting it down.
25. I thought you said 5.
No, 25.
Isn't the armor leather?
No,
it's
not.
breastplate.
It's metal. It's
I thought it
a
was leather.
it's a metal breastplate with like fur sleeves.
Hmm.
What would you say?
Aye, 40.
Make it 50 and we have a deal.
Oh.
All right then, 50 I can do. And she reaches under the desk. You hear the rummaging of coins and a couple of things being moved around. Eventually she pulls out a sack. Should be 50 in there.
I trust you, she says in our Irilyssa will reply in Dwarvish.
Okay, there's actually 51 miscounted.
Oh.
Ooh. Bank error in your favor.
And she takes the armor from you. Well, this is going to be a challenge. We'll see what we can do with it.
I know.
Bye.
Stay safe out there. Come again soon.
Once Irilyssa rejoins the group, she'll give everybody 10 gold pieces, which is their cut of it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
She's so nice.
Elora, are you doing
Good.
anything?
No, she's just gonna hang out with somebody. Probably
You can come with
Vulwin,
me.
I don't know. Or no, yeah,
Oh.
Irilyssa makes more sense.
Okay, and Zagrax, you wander off on your own for a bit. And we're going to have a word in private, I think.
Hey.
Oh,
Assassins.
Yeah. Elora has no plans, so Zagrax
No,
has more time.
definitely not assassins.
more like his stalker found him.
All right, let's
Mom?
have a word.
His mom? Yeah.
All right, so chat, as usual, this is private conversation, so it is just between myself and Zagrax. Because we're not on the main channel, no cameras, but so it goes. Right, so Zagrax, you do indeed find Beldora after a bit more searching than you're used to. And it's not so much that you find her, it's that she finds you. She's
yeah.
dressed in the usual beggar's outfit, got a crutch under one arm, the usual eye patch over one eye. Oh, Zagrax, good. I was hoping you'd be back in town.
Yes, we just got back from curing the Lonely Wood of its undead plague.
Yes, so Devesa was just saying. Well done. It sounds like you had a real adventure up there. Why don't we find somewhere a little quieter and talk about this a bit more? And with that, she turns and starts leading you down some of the alleys in Bryn Shander. Do you follow?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, usually, their hideout is like a block away, perhaps, from the main roads. But this time, she leads you deeper and deeper into the town until you really start to get lost with the constant shifting, the turning, the turns, and the general atmosphere of the area that you're in seems to be getting poorer and poorer. But eventually she leads you into a house which has the roof partially broken and sloping into the main building. She leads you into the main entrance, pulls up a trap door, and then walks down into the what seems to be the basement of this place.
Well, this is new.
Well, what we have to discuss is quite serious, and I don't want prying our ears. Come,
Okie dokie then.
it's warm down here at least. And with that,
Oh,
she goes down, starts turning on a couple of torches that are hanging around. And insulated from the outside weather. It is indeed a bit warmer in here, and you can see a couple of accoutrements for people having clearly slept. It's not exactly the most comfortable place, but there are like furs, a couple of chairs, a table laid out, and that type of thing.
Mhm.
So, why don't you tell me about what happened in Lonelywood, and then we can go from there.
Well, on our way up, we ran across the courier that was sent by Bryn Shander to send the message of the vote. Found them dead and half eaten, and then when we were a few hundred yards away from Lonelywood, started getting attacked by all manner of undead critters, from your bunnies and squirrels to wolves and bears, and then a giant ice wall building frost breast white moose decided to attack us out of nowhere. We were able to take it down, but then it just kind of like dissolved into the snow. It was really strange. Never seen something like that before. And then after getting some more information from the local townsfolk, we ended up heading back out, but not after a giant undead giant decided to take out a couple of...
He just kind of like sits there and like gestures, like trying to figure out how to describe the Lighthouse Demons without saying Lighthouse Demon, but just resigns himself to
take out a couple of lighthouse demons, for lack of a better term. Servants of Orals is probably as best as I can describe it. Creatures of ice that have blue beams of light, searchlights, if you will, that were coming to attack Lonelywood. And a giant came out and killed him, which was strange. And then we ended up running into an old friend in Lonelywood, and then at the same time ended up running into a really ancient, and by ancient I mean like it was ancient before ancient became ancient, elven ruin, with an undead elf sorcerer guy who apparently has been around for thousands upon thousands of years and is a protector who said that this isn't the first time that Orals tried to go and plunge the world into eternal winter, which just makes it all the more fun of what we're dealing with now. And then he kind of pointed us in a direction, and we went off to find a poor druid who lost her sister, who became very depressed and decided to follow Oral. And it turns out that she was the one causing all of the undead critters to attack everybody. So we ended up, by the skin of our teeth, defeating her and saving Lonelywood. Hooray. And that's how that went.
The Lighthouse Demons, as you named them, I take it they are some kind of creature of ice that shine a bright blue light.
Yes.
Yes, we'd heard similar reports from those that survived in Bremen. Some of the responses we've had are a little confused with there being a blue mist that seems to have frozen the people there to creatures of ice with this blue light freezing the people. So if this giant did indeed stop them attacking Lonelywood, then Lonelywood may have just survived destruction.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And you say
we've run across those a couple of times.
Yes,
They always seem to bring a storm with them wherever they go.
I can imagine that Oral is none too pleased with your efforts so far.
That's kind of the hope.
And this elven sorcerer, did they say anything about how they survived last time? How Icewind got through? How they defeated
Survived is not the right term. As from what he said, they tried everything that they could think of to try and stop her. And the only way that they were able to figure out was to trigger Armageddon by summoning an even greater threat, if you will, to destroy the world, for lack of a better term, destroy the world along with Oral, and they more or less just hoped that something would live here after that. So nothing super useful.
And this creature's destructive powers, can they do it again?
He has the know-how, if we deem that is our only option. He does have the knowledge to do so. However, he did say that he would need the approval of our kings to do such a thing. Whether that means the speakers or somebody else, I don't know.
Interesting. Do you trust that they won't simply destroy everything again in a whim? Having such a creature with such powers so nearby is certainly cause for some concern.
It wasn't him that was the creature. From what I understand, they summoned another destructive force. He was kind of vague on the whole thing, considering, the lack of surviving it afterwards.
I see. And yet he did survive himself.
Through some level of godly protection, as far as I understand.
Do you know which of the gods?
According to my companion Irilyssa, who is a worshiper of the moon goddess.
Saloon.
What's her name again? Saloon, yes. According to her, the temple is of a really, really, really old iteration of Saloon, where she's the goddess of dreams instead of the goddess of the moon. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's trustworthy.
It just goes a little against what we know. Followers of Saloon that we understand hate undead.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a level of confusion on Zagrax's face that's like, yeah, I'm not quite sure what the answer to that is.
Perhaps something to bring up with your cleric friend. If they are indeed worshippers of the same god, then perhaps there are some designs even we do not understand, and considering what we're up against, that wouldn't surprise me.
True.
Very well. The news that I have to impart is your grandfather has gone to Sunblight Fortress to seek it out and reconnoitre it for us. He hasn't returned yet, but it's only been a couple of days since he left. I thought it was prudent to send one of our best.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Well, as soon as I hear back from him, if you're still in town, I will, of course, tell you what we know.
Cool. We are planning right now to head to Caer Dineval and talk to... Oh, that brings up a whole lot of other things that I totally forgot to mention. Zagrax, finish thought. Going to Caer Dineval to talk to a lady named Avarice,
Right.
who's apparently a wizard of some kind, magic user. And as far as I understand it, they are not a part of the Black Swords.
And yet
I
they've
don't know
been
if
staying in Caerdineville at the tavern there?
They're in the castle, but when we brought up the name Avarice at the council meeting, the whatever the guy's name was, the leader of the Black Swords was
Kadroth.
Kadroth. Yeah, he was kind of put aback by the fact that we knew her name. I don't know what the power balance is there, but meh. We'll go find out.
Well, if she's not herself a member, do you think that she could be a source of information for us? An insider, almost?
Possibly. We do have a... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
What is the word I'm looking for? The not the fate thing. The Lord. I'm completely blanking on the word.
I have no idea either.
The whole talk to Avarice to avert destruction
Prophecy.
Lord, I could not think of that word.
We have a prophecy. I don't even remember where it came from. Some divine intervention from one of my companions. I think it was
A storm on black
Elora.
wings. Yes, you've told me this before.
Yeah, that one. That thing. It mentions avarice, so we'll figure out more
Yes.
about that. And then other side note that I totally just remembered is, long story short, found a magic mirror in the Elven Temple, used it to look in on my mother, and she's got a lot of nomad tribes following her in her level of mind control nonsense. So
I see.
there's a lot of them. I don't know where they are. They're out in the middle of the tundra somewhere. I don't know if that's, a couple of days out, middle of tundra, weeks out, but it's a rather large force of nomads, all shapes and sizes and varieties. So
Well, if she
just
isn't-
another
if she
threat
is
to add
indeed
to our
rallying-
list.
If she is indeed rallying the clans, then that's a concern. We don't have many people out on the tundra watching out for this type of thing. Do you think it's going to be a threat?
Considering what happened to Hillside, I wouldn't say it isn't a threat. I just don't know how pressing of a threat it is. Unfortunately, didn't get much information beyond some generic looks on large camp, lots of nomad chieftains, all with the generic blank stare of mind control. So I do
Well-
know that my companion Tahko has been requested to go deal with some giant tribe politicky stuff, which I think we might go figure that out soonish as well.
Okay. Well, better we deal with the enemy that we know rather than the one we don't.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you've been helping our organization for some time now, but are not actually officially a member yet. I think it is about time that we enroll you properly, if you are interested.
Do say more.
As you know, we do have people all over Faerun. Although we are decentralized in our organization, we do stand for a set number of morals and a code that we live by. To see good done throughout the realms, to make sure that tyrants never rise again, to ensure that people have the freedom to live in the way that they wish. And you have done a lot for Icewind Dale, and I think you would be a very, very powerful addition to our ranks.
I liked all of those things you just said.
Well, I have a code here, which I will send to you on Discord, just because that's what I got open right now, and it's also quite long.
Hooray. Nice.
Oh, I didn't actually mean to do the whole link. That was supposed to be just a snippet. That's fine. This is stuff you would know by now anyway.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say, I assume I knew the name of the group before this point, right? It's just been
100%
Yeah,
you
okay.
did. I'm
Yeah,
just,
okay. I just wanted-
keeping it a bit cagey for chat.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
So the code, and she hands you a small piece of paper with various phrases written on it. You will need to repeat those after me as part of your oath to our group, and then after that I can give you our symbol, and you will have access to all of our agents throughout the known world. They will assist you in any way you need. You will be able to recognize each other. I don't know how much more I can say about that without you actually being a member yet.
That's a lot of responsibility, but a lot of... Well, good to know that there's a lot more than just the allot.
Yes,
I clicked on the wrong thing! Shit. I'm back.
What is this clicking you speak of?
I totally didn't accidentally jump into the other channel for a hot second and came back.
There are a lot of things we stand for. We have quite a stringent code, but we do feel like it brings about a lot of hope for the people here. And at the moment, hope is something sorely lacking in Icewind Dale, and could certainly use more agents of propagating it.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Zagrax is going to, take a second to just... As I take a second to just kind of like skim through the whole thing that she said.
As long as I'm still... Everybody's cool with me going after whoever originally destroyed my village. The true evil behind all of it. I'm cool with that.
You have your past, and nothing will change who you are and what you must do. This is simply another set of responsibilities.
Well, sign me up.
And we may even be able to help you with that. If your mother is as bad as yourself and your grandfather tell us, then we would be allies in this struggle, I feel.
Beautiful. The more the merrier.
All right, well, repeat after me then. We will work against villainy and wickedness wherever we find it.
We will work against villainy and wickedness wherever we find it.
We will be ever mindful of the consequences of what we do.
We will be ever mindful of the consequences of what we do.
All beings should be free to walk free of fear, with the right to live their lives as they wish.
All beings are free to... I totally lost that.
Walk free of fear.
You're skipping around.
Not that much.
All beings will walk free of fear, with the right to live their lives as they wish.
The rule of law aids peace and fosters freedom.
The rule of law aids peace and fosters freedom.
So long as the laws are just and those who enforce them lenient and understanding.
So long as the laws are just and those who enforce them are lenient and understanding.
No extreme is good.
No extreme is good.
And she kind of stares at you as you say that one.
He just kind of stares back and has the slight raised eyebrow of like that. Yeah, we just kind of like mentioned a bit and then we're good.
For freedom to flourish, there must be a balance.
For freedom to flourish, there must be a balance.
The powers of the realms, the reaches of the cities, and the wildlands.
the powers of the realm, the reaches of the cities, and the wildlands.
Onto each other, with the influence of one being over another.
Unto each other, with the influence of one being over another.
Whatever it takes, we will do.
Whatever it takes, we will do.
Pride never rules over the deeds. Pride never rules over our deeds.
Pride never rules over our deeds.
Freedom is a multiversal right, though we can spare ourselves less freedom than those we work to protect.
Freedom is a multiversal right, though we can spare ourselves less freedom than those we work to protect.
We police our own.
We police our own.
One who hears the call of personal power can no longer hear this sweet song.
One who hears personal power can no longer hear the sweet song.
One who seizes power and holds it above all else is a traitor.
One who seizes power and holds it above all else is a traitor.
Traitors must die for freedom to live.
Traitors must die for freedom to live.
Without a past, no being can appreciate what they have and where they may be going.
Zagrax pauses for a moment and just kind of like flashbacks to life in his past and stuff before going on.
Without a past, no being can appreciate what they have and where they are going.
Welcome to the Harper, Zagrax.
Glad to be of assistance.
This pin and she reaches out and puts a pin through the lapel of your shirt, is our symbol. You will see on it the icon of the harp and the half moon, which are our reminder of what we are and who we serve. This pin that I'm giving you now was very special to one that you know very well. It's the one that Tyrion himself wore. And he would be very proud to see it on you now.
Well, I assume she's pinning it to
Yes.
jacket, right?
Yes.
As she's doing that, and Zagrax is watching her do it, she says the one that Tyrion wore, and his freaking jaw just kind of like drops, and he just stands there in like stunned silence for a while.
And as the lapel is pinned to you, you do see that as the pin is pinned to you, you see that the head of it lights up with the crest, which is a half moon with 4 stars around it. And then inside of the half moon is a harp. And you also notice that Beldora's eye patch, the very center of it, is actually very cunningly wrought metal. It looks like leather, but it's actually metal. And you can now see the same symbol, the harper symbol, on her eye patch, where previously it was just brown leather.
So he'll sit there with his jaw open, kind of like watching her put the pin on, and then he'll notice the fact that he can see stuff, kind of like rub his eyes a little bit.
Did you always have that symbol on your eye patch?
Hidden in plain sight. But only other harpers can see it.
So, what do other people see, like, with the pin you just pinned on me?
It'll just be a pin, and actually that pin has the power to become any type of jewellery you decide to wear. It can be a ring, it can be an amulet, it can be a brooch, it can be a pin, anything.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I'll send you the details. What that item is actually really cool.
I get special item.
Yeah, you do.
But
it is a huge honor to be part of a group that I didn't know Tyrion was a part of, but also to be able to carry on his legacy.
We do prefer to work from the shadows, though. If we are forced to draw a sword, then of course we will. We like to keep it that way, but once you're a member of the organization, you will know everyone else who is.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be aided in any way that they can, wherever you may seek that aid. Same with Tyrion. He saw something in you and brought you to our attention. And as always, his view was right. There definitely is something to you, Zagrax.
Yeah, the Zagrax he's like half fighting back tears. You know, like the men don't cry face of don't cry.
Well, I've
I'll do
taken
my
up
best.
enough. I've taken up enough of your time. As we said, it's best if we focus on the enemies that we know rather than the ones we don't. If you can get some more information out of this avarice, then we, of course, would be grateful for that. Particularly,
Yes,
anything you can find out about the Black Swords. The fact that we know nothing about them irks me. Information is what we do.
The fact that they came out of nowhere and are now not only in charge of Caer-Dineval, but also seem to have taken over East Haven and seem to be wanting to exert their influence as much as possible. Yeah, something doesn't sit right with me with them.
Yes. And then after that, probably would be wise to join your grandfather at Sunblight Fortress and see what's happening there.
I'll see if I can't convince my party to do so. If we run into anybody, I'll see if they have any information on the Sunblight Fortress, because without, divulging the network, I don't know if I can necessarily convince them to go there without any solid information. But I'll do my best.
I'm sure you'll find a way. Anyway, we should go. And with that, she rises and then makes her way over to the hatch, unless there was anything else you had for me.
Nope, that's all I got.
Okay. Stay safe out there. With that,
You
she
too,
opens...
but
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
think I need to tell you that.
She opens up the hatch and then basically waits for you to clamber up and leads the way out of the building. And as she shuts the door behind you, you turn and you notice that there is now actually the Harper sigil next to the door as well, kind of indicating that this is a safe house.
Zagrax just kind of like stands there and blinks a couple of times, rubs his eye, like one eye one more time, and stares at it for a second, and then starts following again.
And she leads you back to one of the main roads from which you can find your way back into wherever it is that you want to go into town. And we should probably go and join the others.
Yay!
Effect of it, that's fine, but not if
All right, we're back. Sorry about that.
Makes sense.
Stuff happened.
Like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine a lot.
Hey, we noticed the eternal winter ended. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. You didn't know this, but Zagrax is low-key a god, and he just finally decided to awaken his powers and save everybody. It's fine.
Awesome.
That makes sense.
Oh.
About we'd give you so much crap for that. We'd just be like this whole time, really? Zagrax?
That explains why we couldn't kill him.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I am immortal.
Hmm.
But no.
Did you really just get lost in several alleyways and you couldn't find your way back?
No.
Did your stalker come and talk to you?
No. I don't have
No?
one of those.
No. That lady keeps showing up. Seems to know you.
Anyway, after, we'll say, a couple of hours, you all come back together at the Northlook, as I would imagine that's probably where you're basing yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It is the better tavern.
Yeah. And I'll just hang out.
Yeah, we'll meet up and I'll order some drinks.
And food.
First round's on me.
Oh, okay.
You heard him. Dump all the drinks on him.
Words
Oh, that
always
would be a
like hearing,
waste.
welcome back to the Northlook, all of you. Glad to see you're all standing and
Aw.
alive still.
Hmm.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
I don't think dumping drinks on him is what he meant, but sure.
He wanted the drinks on him, didn't he?
I mean, we can do that if that's what you want. You've seen the booze
No,
bucket.
that's not what I meant.
As long as we're
Oh,
paying,
okay.
right?
Do you not understand how ordering drinks work, Irilyssa?
No, I'm just picking on you.
Okay, good. I was hoping you didn't forget. Or you weren't that far gone.
Far gone.
I mean, the Tundra can really play on people. I mean, we had a big shocking event. Yeah, some people just go into shock after those kinds of things.
Like falling in water that's freezing cold. Yeah, that'll put somebody into shock.
Nah, it's a
Right.
different kind.
Oh,
Yeah, it's happened a couple times now. I'm fine with it.
speak for yourself. I'll
So
take a drink.
You order your round of drinks. We'll just say it costs a gold for the full round. Vulwin. This will get you a couple of drinks over time and over the evening, and you find yourselves a nice table without too many people around. Still a little bit earlier than when the regular crowd would come in. Most people are probably away having dinner and stuff, but you do expect it will get more busy here in probably an hour or two.
Yep. I'll drop a gold for the next round.
Okay.
They have food here, right?
They do,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, well. We shall get dinner as well. Hooray!
Yeah.
And the menu, which previously had been pretty basic with mostly like hard tack and gruel type things, like types of food which lasts a long time and can be well preserved. There is definitely a resurgence of fish. There seems to be several of the fishing towns are starting to see a little bit more trade around, and Bryn Shander is benefiting from that. So it's not just dried hard fish, it's now actually some fresh fish on there as well.
Neat. Okay.
Good to see fish is back on the menu.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
I'll buy up all the hardtack.
The food killer strikes again.
You can buy rations, but they'll be double price. You are buying at tavern prices here.
Nah, that's true.
Sure.
And that's okay. I don't mind helping out the tavern. So, yeah, I'll look that up. I forget the price on these things.
We'll say that you can get up to 10.
Okay.
Gotta save some for the other punters.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what it is. How much does it cost?
I think it's 1 silver per. Maybe 10 silver
One
per?
silver?
I don't remember.
Yeah, somewhere in that 1 to 10 range.
A price between less and more.
Yeah.
Nice.
Player's handbook.
Yeah, you
Let's
know.
see who finds it first.
Well, it's probably you. I think Highwind stopped looking.
Yeah, he's still looking about the chipats.
5 silver.
Good. 5 silver. Okay.
So this will be 10 silver because it's double price.
So a gold. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll buy 10 rations for 10 gold.
Okay.
It's not like we don't eat them.
Right.
All right.
All right. Just chill out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you just kick back, relax for the evening, spending some time in the company of friends. And is there anything you want to do here particularly, or just skip on to the next day?
No, I think my goal is to go to Caer Konig or Caer Denival, whichever one we're going to.
Or none of all.
Caer Denival.
Okay.
No, I think
We've
I
got
would
a
have
lady
dropped
to
off.
meet.
Yes.
True.
Mhm.
I think I would have dropped off my swords to get them sharpened, but other than that, nothing specific.
Yeah, I'll ask if you want to take my hammer to get sharpened too while you're there.
As
Okay.
always.
Flatten out the surfaces,
Yeah.
Add a couple
Smooth
of
them
weights,
out.
maybe.
Yeah.
Just pretend it's Monster Hunter and you actually have to sharpen them.
Sharpen them.
Oh my-
Yeah.
Let me just sharpen my bowgun.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, it's easy enough to do. We'll just say it's the usual rate at Black Iron. You get your blade sharpened.
Wonderful. Wherever that usual rate is.
Does it give you like a +1 to damage
it's
for the
like
first
a-
hit or something?
Yeah, it's like for the first, basically for like the first combat. I think I had it before and then I forgot. It's such a, it's a thing,
Okay.
but it's more for in universe story.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a ritual at this point.
Yeah, come to Bryn Shander, get your blade sharpened.
Nice one.
As we're sitting around our table here in the Northlook, Irilyssa will just kind of do a double take at Zagrax and be like, "Is that new?" And point at his neck.
Yeah.
He's always at
Oh.
a deck.
Did you go shopping?
It's always at it.
As everyone's dying at the table.
You got me just as I was drinking as well. Ah.
Mullen raises the drink and just kind of like casually like sip as he's like looking over at your neck.
Zagrax just kind of stares at you, at Vulwin, like, did he mean that sarcastically? Or, like, actually just saying that for real? And Vulwin's probably just freaking stone-faced like normal. So he's just sitting there staring at him for a while.
Yeah, it's a gift from a friend.
Same friend.
Non-stalker friend.
What is it?
Do you want to describe what it is, Zagrax?
It's a necklace that's got a little like a little shield and cross swords guy on it. Nothing uber fancy, just a new necklace.
What color is it?
Oh God, why you make me have to think?
Details, come on.
Zagrax is
Must-
colorblind. He couldn't tell you.
True. No.
Zagrax
actually,
didn't
he
look at it before he put it up.
Also true. Now, I don't know, whatever your generic steely, whatever your
Okay.
common
Like gray?
necklace. Yeah, like
Silver?
your gray, so like your
Rose
generic
gold?
necklace thing. Yeah, oh yeah,
Gunmetal gray.
it's gold studded with diamonds. It's
Wow.
amazing actually.
Wow!
You might want to hide that.
Dang.
Someone will try to steal it off of you.
Yeah.
It's just a plain old looking iron steel whatever necklace.
Your friend that gave it to you, is it from a girl?
Maybe.
So it's from a girlfriend of yours?
Or is it irrelevant? It could be a boyfriend.
It could be. Is it from a boyfriend?
This is what it feels. I'm sorry, Elora, forever if I ever said anything ever. I
I'm going
apologize.
to definitely
No,
get in on that.
here's the thing. Elora's relationship with Oris is very well established.
Yours is just budding, it seems.
Yes. He's madly in love with her, and she doesn't have feelings for him. It's quite sad, really.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot
Someone
about that.
should
Yeah.
tell him, and I don't want it to be me. If that's the case. Anyway.
I would have thought he would have picked up on it, but I guess
You're
not.
the one who's been leading him on all this time.
I'm being nice and friendly like I am to everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop it.
Oh boy. Oh boy, you guys
Yeah.
need a lecture, don't you?
He seems pretty sharp. I'm sure he's already picked up on it.
He seems sharp, really. I mean, I wouldn't gather that from the way he speaks.
Why is this about me? Zagrax,
You know he's
more
a
about that
speaker, right?
necklace.
Zagrax kind of like slowly sips his drink, like trying to hope that everybody forgets about everything.
So is it from an admirer? I mean, we're all getting
Is
pretty
it
well
special
known
like
now.
my boots, or is it just a normal necklace?
Wait, your boots are special?
Yeah, they used to be Irilyssa's, and they fit Irilyssa. Now they fit me perfectly. Clearly, they're special.
Oh, true. That would make them special. Good old resizing boots.
Yeah.
Nope, it's just a necklace, a token from a friend.
A token from a friend. A token of
Well, it
affection.
suits you.
Oh, thank you.
Kind of blends in with your scales there.
No.
As he like looks down at the fact
Steel-colored.
that
He's platinum.
it's like shiny silver scales, like moves his hand in the light, and it probably reflects a little bit of it, and armor and everything. It's kind of like all that kind of grayish color.
Meh. You're not wrong.
Wow.
Does anybody else have fun?
Nope.
Perfect.
Just relaxed.
Irilyssa sold the armor, so
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Here. She'll hand out your 10
Oh,
gold
thank you.
for each of you. Even though we already covered that.
Quite a steal.
Yeah,
Well,
that bad.
what do you mean?
And I'll invest this into some rations, which I did.
That's it though.
Okay,
Mm.
so
Oh,
after a couple of hours hanging out in the tavern, swapping stories, having a few more drinks, you turn in for the night. Night passes uneventfully. And now it's the next morning. You grab a quick breakfast at the North Look. A little bit more basic than what you'd had previously, but it's filling, it's nourishing.
Anything would be more basic than what we had last time. It could be the end of the world and they'd still pull out good food out of their cupboard because that's just how they are.
I mean, there's still lots of honey. So it's like honey-covered waffles with... I don't know, does fish go with waffles?
oh.
I mean, at this
No.
point, probably.
I don't think there's fish with this. It's basically waffles or fish soup. You can have either.
Okay.
What
Yay.
Honey
combination
waffles.
if it were.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Or you could
All
have
part of
waffle
the
soup
complete
with fried
breakfast.
fish.
I've been off the honey for a week. I need it.
Honey.
The honey.
Okay,
Okay.
so we heading off to Caer Dineval then?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yes,
think so.
that's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
All
Let's
right.
go try not to get killed. And mysterious.
True.
Maybe.
Best of luck with that.
No, it's not a maybe. We are most certainly trying not to.
Ah, yes. Whether we're successful or not.
On this
Yep.
episode.
And chat, I can see that. The map is super blurry. Apparently Roll20 is taking its time loading today. You can still see the places though. And the freaking camera, why is this changing?
What changed? Did
Nothing.
Discord
That's
had- I mean,
why it's so
Discord's had a-
infuriating.
Discord's had a bill always updating, but
It's true.
Hmm.
There we go. Oh, now the cameras have stopped again.
Yay!
Could be I'll talk to afterwards about that.
Okay. On our
So,
way.
East Haven. No, not East Haven. Bryn Shander. So I'm just looking up how long it takes to get to places.
Caer Dineval.
To Caer Dineval. Okay. Could I get a scooting a boot check and a navigation or survival check for navigation?
All right,
Sepsion.
let's roll. Great.
Wow.
Polar opposites.
Oh no!
absolutely
Well, that's
beautiful.
pretty good. I got
Okay,
your
your
list to
list
help
is-
me out.
Irylyssa's on the job.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't want to go this way.
Apparently,
You can travel the east way a million times. But
we're gonna be
apparently-
like, nope. There's no monsters on the way to Targos. Wait, what?
wait, what?
Okay, so you head along the east way, pretty happily, and then you get to the junction and you make a turning, and you start walking down that path
do we see the bush on the way?
until
The
Irilyssa, you realise you've just because you're kind of used to taking this path, made the turning to Goodmead rather than Caer Dineval. And yes, you
Intentional.
absolutely do see the bush, and it does give you the shake greet as you
Yeah, a little sapling.
Yay!
pass it by. Shakes
I
off
still
another
haven't
layer
seen
of
it,
snow.
but I approve.
We're heading towards Goodmead.
He kind of like looks back, looks for that. I was like, "Bye." I was kind of hoping you wouldn't notice. As he like does a back and forth look just a couple too many times. It's like,
Wait, where were we going to Goodmead? I thought we were going to Cairdenval.
I thought we said we were going to Goodmead.
I think that moose may have
Oh.
knocked the wits out of you.
Oh no, I mean, Goodmead's a good place.
Sure.
It was simply miscommunication.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yep, that's what it was.
Insight.
Roll it.
I mean-
Vulwin.
Sure, I'll
Vulwin's-
roll deception for that. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I mean, Vulwin's never steered us wrong before.
Except for
That's not-
yesterday.
What about yesterday?
Yesterday.
I don't know what you're talking
today.
about.
Oh.
I don't know
Say-
what you're talking about. That was a shortcut, by the way. It did get us there quicker.
No.
Because we
It's all
were in a
relative.
bubble.
Well, hey, that's not my fault.
Wow. I think I know you're lying.
No,
Okay.
it didn't.
Let's see what you think that Tahko infers from this.
Oh, sure. You think that for just a moment that Vulwin was like would rather go to Goodmead or instead of Cairdenval, but also for just a moment wasn't sure which way to go.
Okay. I think you might just be walking on autopilot there. Try and pay attention.
Yeah, I'm pretty used to going to Goodmead. It's a good place. Probably could have smelled the drink from here.
Yeah.
Probably just
We
led
don't
me
have
along the
business
way.
there, though.
But it's just the opposite way is Cairdenval. So just that way. He like points back
Okay.
in the right direction.
All right, off we go.
Off to see the wizard. The wonderful wizard of Cairdenval.
Okay,
Or
so
sorcerer. Or warlock.
you travel for the fairly standard 8 hours of travel a day, which is generally what you do, and you still haven't arrived at Cairdenval, and you can definitely feel that you're getting a little bit tired. Like, this is a pretty long distance that you're going, even on the road. You can choose to push on and see if you can make it to Cairdenval, or you can take a break and camp alongside the road somewhere.
Screw that. I say push on.
How much longer?
It shouldn't be too much longer. There's a lot of snow. The doesn't look like this has been completely well traveled.
Although,
Okay.
actually,
that might not be true.
Vulwin, with that
it probably
roll,
has been.
you probably haven't noticed anything. You really have, like, your mind is elsewhere right
Yeah.
now. You're just thinking about other
Yeah.
things. Probably.
Yeah, I'm looking
you're-
around.
Yeah. But Irilyssa, you do notice that there are now a couple of tracks on this road. Like, it still hasn't been cleared, as you would kind of expect from a major trade route, as this is. But there are definitely now more signs of people moving around than there have been ever since you've been here. Still not a lot. It's like probably pandemic levels where people still traveling around because they have to, but not completely just staying at home.
Okay.
So you continue
Yeah.
on. Can I get a constitution save from you all as exhaustion does
Yeah, I
start to
guess we're
set in?
gonna go.
Because you are pushing it.
we could- Yeah, we could just push
Absolutely.
before we get to the get to this.
Wow, pathetic.
21. 'Cause I'm taking it easy and not paying attention. Let's go.
It's been a hot minute since
Wow.
we've done one of these.
So Zagrax, Tahko, and Irilyssa, you all take 1 point of exhaustion as you push yourselves.
Hooray!
Apparently, the wrong turning that Vulwin took put you all in mind of good mead. You kind of have that smell of the mead in your noses, and The further away you get from Goodmead, the more you're kind of wishing you were going there. And every step that you take gets harder and harder until eventually you do see the slight structures of Caer Dineval rising up from the side of Lac-Denishire, towered over by the keep itself, the Caer. But you are definitely feeling it at this point. Like, your legs are tired, they're strained, they're aching a bit. But you do make it to Caer Dineval.
Finally.
All right, keep up. We're almost there.
Keep up. At least we're going in the right direction now.
I think they're just tired, Vulwin. It's okay.
Yeah, I know. Can still
Let's-
taste the
let's
drink
just
at Goodmead.
Go to the end and see if they have rooms.
Get some stew.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, this has always
If
been a
only we
welcoming
had-
place.
A cauldron that made stew.
We went to
Yeah,
the
I
wrong
know.
town for that.
True.
I
Hey,
said if only we had one.
Yeah.
We
if
used
you
to
want to
have
drag
one.
around a cauldron everywhere, feel free. But I'm already carrying enough.
Fair enough.
True.
Okay, so you make it to Caer Dineval. You go up the hill, which of course those of you suffering the exhaustion right now feels like the longest freaking hill you've ever climbed. Until the building just before the castle, which you know is the tavern. And eventually you do
Okay.
make it up to the uphill climb in where you stayed previously.
Finally.
This is the place.
The hill's got 3 times taller since the last time we were here.
Hopefully we don't have to convince them to give us a room this time.
Well, they didn't have a room last time.
My legs hurt.
And then they did.
I
Whatever,
think
we'll
we're in
just-
good company.
We'll just pay somebody to leave next time. We can afford it now.
So you,
You know, you could be my guest next time, Tahko.
All right, so we come in the doorway, and what do we see?
it is the same place that you were here last time. It is still... There are a couple of people in the main tap room, but it's still not particularly busy. You've got the human bartender standing behind the bar, currently just talking idly to one of the patrons that's standing there next to him. You do notice, just like last time, that everyone here does seem to be armed, openly. And you do get a couple of glances from the various patrons, and the innkeeper gives you a bit of an upward nod in recognition of who you are, breaks off his conversation and heads over to your end of the bar. He's like, welcome back. Good to see you're all still trekking.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
well, not thankfully. Oh, sore.
Oh, yep. Today was a long walk, but we're here.
Yep,
Right.
all the way from Bryn Shander.
Bryn Shander in a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, most people just camp out overnight and then come here in the morning.
No.
Yeah. We're among the 10. I don't want to bother with that if there's actually beds around. It's
Got
worth
a
the
point.
trek. I assume there's beds available.
Well, tales of your exploits have been spreading a bit, so I feel like you're trustworthy folk. Yeah, we've got some beds available.
Thank
Great.
you, thank you.
Score.
There'll be
Excellent.
we've got 2 rooms, 4 beds in each. There'll be 2 silver a night.
That works.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll pay for it.
We'll make sure that we
And,
got some warm food in for the morning as well.
Oh, exciting.
That's good. Yeah, did really keep an eye open on the way in, but how's the town doing?
Yep, fine. Everything's fine here. No problems.
Perfect.
Mhm.
That's great to
Insight.
hear.
Roll it.
Yeah, no, like
Sounds good to me.
I've talked with this guy on more than one occasion. I'm like, yep, great to hear.
Yeah.
I'm helping him get his points.
Give me that insight check.
22.
Right.
He is clearly like just that extra energy in the voice going, yeah, it's fine, everything's fine here. Obviously lying,
Wonderful.
and it obviously
Yeah.
feels forced. And as you notice that, your eye falls to the guy that he was just talking to, and he's kind of leaning on the bar, like looking at you guys, and you do see that he's got the black sword amulet around his neck.
Mm.
Finally, a town where everything isn't falling apart.
Well,
Yeah.
it's probably due to those black swords.
Yeah,
Mm,
last
still
time
great.
I was here, they had a bunch of Duragar heads out on pikes,
Mm.
clearly
No, they're
keeping
still
the
there.
city safe.
Yeah, they've
Oh.
added a few more to their collection. You should go and see the gallows
boy.
tree. Actually, it's quite impressive.
Oh, another step.
Oh, that's rather morbid.
Man,
Yeah,
they've added a lot since the last time I went through here.
yeah.
It's been a while.
Oh,
Even
good.
noticeably.
wow.
Those little bastards deserve it. Or giant bastards, depending on what form they're in.
Damn right they do, says the
True.
figure from down at the bar. And he eventually rises up and walks over to where you guys are.
Here, here, I'd toast you if I had a drink.
Raises his own drink in mock
Subtle.
salute. So what brings
Wow.
you to Caer Dineval?
Well, a drink, please.
Rock,
Eh,
drinks for these fellows. And the barman gives him a nod, gives you all a quick nod, and then disappears behind the bar before about 10 seconds later realizing, what did you want to drink?
Don't care.
One don't care. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Wine,
wait,
please.
Beer, fine,
Mead, ale, something of the sort.
whatever you got. It's all
Mead
good.
ale. That's a combo we haven't seen before, but hey, we're willing to try anything.
Okay.
Well,
And he sets about fixing his drinks, and probably about 5 minutes later they're ready. The first set are put on the bar, ready to serve, and you can basically walk over and pick them up and grab them if you want yourselves. He seems to be taking a bit longer over your drink, Tahko, and he eventually comes out with a cocktail that has drinks of different layers going down the glass. And it's a pretty tall glass with just different types of liqueurs, and like, there you go, one don't care.
Wow.
Don't get much
all
call
right.
for this, but it's always a challenge to make.
Interesting.
That looks impressive.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
That's something. I'm going to give him 5 silver for that.
Okay. And when you take a drink, it's freaking disgusting. It's like he's just
Of course.
taken a collection of different drinks, put a layer of oil between them all to make sure that the layers keep separated, and it's just random drinks. The only thing that seems to matter here is that the layers are visible.
it's an aesthetic only drink.
Well, it's
Don't
it's
care.
a don't care. You're just there
Yeah.
to get wasted.
Yeah, drink it fast, Tahko.
Oh, I know a character that would love this right now.
Oh, this is delicious. Here, you want to trade this, Zagrax? I'll trade you.
I don't know about trade, but I'll try it. Sure.
While he's drinking mine, I'm going to finish his.
Zagrax holds in the gag well enough, but it's definitely the like, oh, it must be good. Takes a decent sip out of it, and then it's just the stop, and just hold it in. Way too long later, swallow.
Oh, that looks appealing.
That's good.
And
Yep,
you,
glad you like it.
you offer the
Hands it
glass
back
back
to
to Tahko, and your own glass is empty by this point.
Zagrax just kind of like hands it over, and then I have a feeling that's when Tahko just bonk glass, and he just stares at it like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
No.
It's impressive how it stays separated like that still, even after drinking.
Irilyssa will hand Zagrax her glass of wine. I didn't want this anyway.
Zagrax like, wine's normally supposed to sip on it. Zagrax just kind of like downs half of it, like subtly kind of swishes it a little bit and then swallows.
Excellent. Oh my gosh. Well, we didn't give an answer to the man at the bar yet.
You have indeed now got your drinks. Even one of the
Yes.
most impressive that we offer here.
Yeah.
Most impressive. Most impressive indeed.
Well, I think we're here for a couple of reasons. One, we've received a formal invitation from someone named Avarice, but I believe Kadroth would like to talk to us as well.
Oh, you're here for
We're the
Cadroth.
Dawnbringers.
Yeah.
And as you say that name, like, his whole complexion seems to lift. Like, previously he was kind of looking at you with a little bit of suspicion and not really knowing what to make of this very eclectic group of people that just walked into this tavern.
No.
But as soon as you say we're the Dawnbringers, like, you get that hint of, like, recognition behind his eyes, and he stands up a little straighter and is like, ah, yes, Dawnbringers. We did actually get orders from Kadroth to permit you to enter the castle whenever you wish, really.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
We've heard that we share a mutual opponent, and you've been giving them what for in much the same way that we have, so welcome to Caer Dineval.
That's true.
Thank you.
This is
Thank
a
you.
much more warm welcome than we got last time.
He gives you a slight smile, but doesn't answer.
And that's wonderful. Thank you. I'll give him a clap on the shoulder.
Well, I'll go and let Kadroth know that you're here.
All right.
Yes. Let him know we'll see him in the morning.
Yes.
Unless he absolutely needs us tonight.
No, we will see him in the morning.
Yeah, I don't think most people here could walk even up to the castle at this point. So you know how it is walking all of the 10 towns in one day.
In the morning. I understand. You wish the comfort of the tavern. Until the morning, then. He crosses both of his arms, gives you a bit of a half bow, and then leaves the bar in direction of the castle. You see him pass the window.
Okay.
Oh boy. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned Kadroth, but, well, I'm sorry I'm being honest, people.
Nope, probably should have kept that one under your hat.
Well.
Your honesty is good. That's what we're here for.
I thought we were here to meet Avarice.
Well,
Yeah.
I kind of assumed that even
Are
if we
Avarice
tried
and
to-
Kadroth the
Yeah.
same person?
No, but
No.
regardless, I don't think we can get into that castle without Kadroth knowing we're here.
Because I'm like, yeah, we want to visit them both. We were given a formal invitation from both. He says, like, at a decent level, because I'm pretty sure there's another guy that's still, like, right there.
Well, he's
So it's
probably behind the bar again at this point.
okay.
And I
Yeah.
will say that when
I
you
thought he was still
mentioned
hanging out.
Kadroth earlier, the guy's eyes did widen a little bit, like, how? Oh, okay. But he brought it back pretty quickly to, like, his more
Wait,
stern face.
Were you talking about the bartender?
Kadroth?
Okay.
Kadroth or
Avarice.
the when we said
Avarice,
Avarice?
sorry,
Okay.
Avarice.
Okay.
Oh,
Avarice.
but I mean, for real, I can't see a logical way how we're going to get into that castle without Kadroth knowing. He's basically the speaker,
Okay.
and he lives in the
Yeah.
castle.
Yeah.
So I might as well let him know we're here,
Yeah, no problem there.
because he
Yes.
would find out tomorrow, if not today.
I mean, you'd find out today.
Yeah.
It's good we made it formal.
I mean, I wasn't planning on sneaking into the castle, but I don't think it's impossible. I think it's stupid, but not impossible.
It's a little too late for that now, anyway.
Yeah, we'll sneak right at the front.
It's a little hard for any of us to sneak.
As
And
you just-
Irilyssa will
Zach-
kind of just, like,
Yeah.
shimmy a little and just jingle.
I mean, this whole time
Blink, blink,
Zagrax
blink.
has just been like me, where I can't sit still. He's just moving around. And you just hear clank and jingle and clank the whole time.
Off your armor, you'll be a lot
I know.
quieter.
I don't know. I hid from a dragon. He'll kind of like bury himself in a little bit more of the drink. Just kind of like curl up a
I-
little.
I don't think we hid at all from a dragon. I think she just was like
She didn't
nice
look at
enough
me.
not to
She's-
kill us.
She's mostly blind to... I mean, just looking at her eyes, you could see that she probably can't see more than 5 feet in front of her.
Or they're
Oh,
just
that-
iced over
Wait,
because it's an ice
don't say
cream.
that. Don't say that too loud, Irilyssa. I thought you had absolute reverence for her.
I will say.
Having reverence for her doesn't mean I can't state the truth.
Fair enough.
Never mind.
You shouldn't
Well.
be blindly bound to something. You should be able to make your own choices.
Absolutely.
I don't want to espouse that
Good.
in this town, though.
That would.
Don't mind
He
us
just-
having a
he-
very
he just-
open
yeah, I was saying-
philosophical conversation in a bar surrounded by
Vulwin-
people who
Vulwin
don't
just-
like.
Vulwin just kind of looks at Tahko and he shakes his head no. Like he just looks like cold eyes right at him and just no. He doesn't say it. He just
One thing I will mention is, after you've got probably your second round of drinks at this point and like gone to a side booth or something, you notice that the reception that you're getting in this place is definitely chilled, since it's now fairly obvious that the Black Swords are okay with you guys, and the innkeeper in particular doesn't really become more forthcoming with more casual chit chat as innkeepers usually are. He'll be like, "What do you want to drink?" Gets you the drinks, and then walks off straight away. So you are generally left alone by the townsfolk here, but what was already a chilly atmosphere is still very much a chilly atmosphere, but you're very much being like kept at arm's length now.
Okay. All right.
yeah, I would say from the last time I was here, does it actually seem like there's, I guess I should say more surveillance? Does it feel like, I think last time I was able to speak more freely with Rourke, but
Is it a sense of fear or just disdain?
Give me an insight check.
All right. Whoop.
It's difficult to tell particularly. There is definitely an essence of fear to it, but it might be more like previously you were just a group of travelers. Now you're a group of travelers who are accepted by the Black Swords.
Gotcha.
And to ask your question about surveillance, as you are in the tavern for a couple of hours before you turn in, you do see patrols with lit torches passing outside the tavern probably every 20 minutes or so. And they're all black garbed, and you can kind of recognize them just from the way that they present themselves, that those are probably Black Swords.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
At this point, Irilyssa is just like asleep at the table.
Right.
Maybe
She's
we
doing
should
that.
turn it.
She's doing that thing where she's trying to stay awake. Like every 5 minutes, she'll be, what,
Yeah.
and then just fall back asleep.
Yeah, I think we're gonna want to get well rested for tomorrow.
Right.
All right. Off to bed.
Push ourselves
let's
today
turn
And with that,
dreams of good mead.
you all head off to bed, and we are going to head off to our break, seeing as it's
Hey.
on the
Okay.
dot of 5:30.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wow, it is.
So we'll be back again
Well done.
in 5 minutes. Do we need that long?
Five-ish
Like
minutes.
Sure.
5.
Yeah.
Let's go
Okay.
5.
Party.
Stretch your legs.
already.
So at 25 to the hour, we shall resume. See you soon.
Okay.
Woo!
Woo.
Well,
They are.
All right,
I'm also
we're
hungry.
back.
Okay. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
All right, so it
We
is now
totally just
the
didn't spend
next...
3 minutes talking about pieces of snails. Nope.
Oh, gosh.
It is now the next morning at the uphill climb. There is a simple meal put on for you guys when you get downstairs.
Is it pizza snails?
It's not. It's boiled slugs.
Aw.
Sea slugs.
That's not even a food.
Yeah, you're supposed to eat those raw, don't they know?
No,
Apparently not.
sometimes they're cooked. It depends.
Well, this time they are.
Escargot.
is generally raw. But okay.
Is this place secretly an unholy
Escargot.
concoction between British and French food?
It is now.
Okay.
Which is
No, it's
funny for
not.
more reasons than you know yet.
Fake.
All right, so
Dig in. We're gonna need our energy today, so dig in.
You're gross.
What
I'm
is
gonna
it?
eat my
Is it-
ration.
Is it actually good?
it's not just that. There's also bread, a couple of tough cheeses, which have clearly
Okay.
been around for a while, sliced up as thinly as they could, though it's a bit crumbly. And yeah, that's it. So it's the sea slug soup and then bread and cheese.
Okay.
Perfect. A hearty breakfast.
Elora looks at that and then she looks at her slug and she's like, I can't eat that.
Slug
I'll
just
eat-
gives you like a sad look with its two little
Yeah.
bursts.
She'll eat the bread and cheese.
Okay.
I'll eat the cheese while like sipping on water to break it up.
Yeah, and there is water and like a light ale type thing.
Okay.
Watered down ale is what I'm trying to say.
There you go. Good job.
I got there eventually. And eventually you finish your breakfast and you are ready for whatever the day may bring today.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever that is.
I guess
So
we're
what would you
going
like to
to
do?
castle, right?
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Gotta head to the castle.
Okay.
Time to travel all the way there.
Yeah. Yeah, I presume Kadroth will want to see us first.
Well,
But
we could insist that we see Avarice first. We are the Dawnbringers.
Why don't we just show up and see what happens?
yeah, let's just be let in.
I don't want to
Okay.
impose myself on anybody.
I suppose. All
Okay.
right, let's go.
So you head out the uphill climb, head over towards where the castle is, and you are once again at the foot of this bridge that goes over a low ditch. Two towers standing tall next to you, what were probably once guard towers, though at the moment they don't seem to be occupied. And then before you, you've got the Barbican, and you can see up there two flames for torches that seem to be set up in the dim light of day. Always weird to say that. And you can see that there is a figure like walking slowly at the top of the Barbican.
The Barbican, which is of course the precursor to the barbecue that we use and know nowadays, right?
Indeed, barbecues came from the Barbican.
Mhm.
Because you
Really,
always
though, what's-
barbecued. It wasn't a place where you could barbican't.
What is a Barbican?
It's a gatehouse.
Gatehouse. Okay, you couldn't just say gatehouse. All right.
A gatehouse is usually just a wall with a gate in it. Barbican tends to be turreted,
Okay.
so it's
But they
more
let the smoke
defensible.
out when they're cooking.
Lord,
We got that.
I see.
that hurt.
That was a journey.
We only walked up the cliffside.
Yeah.
We're totally walk up. Just is that a gatehouse or a Barbican? I don't know. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's see if we
As
get
we
shot
get
at.
hit by an eldritch blast.
Ah!
Friendly greeting.
Not again.
So do we see or hear anybody here?
You see a guy patrolling the top of the Barbican.
Okay.
Hey, guy.
The figure stops and turns towards where you all are. Yes? Can we help you?
Yeah, can we come in?
We're
No.
the Dawnbringers. We're the Dawnbringers.
Oh, that changes things. Figure disappears.
No. Wait.
That's good to hear.
For a moment, then you hear the cranking of mechanisms. Something seems to be raised inside, which sounds suspiciously like a portcullis. Then eventually you hear a heavy log being shifted, and then the doors creak open. With a door opening sound, which I completely failed at, but you get the point.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We'll head on in.
And as you pass under the Barbican, you can see up that there are a number of murder holes staring down at you, and you know, had you been here during hostile times, you would have had all kinds of oil and stones and rocks and things pouring down on you. And even now, it looks pretty imposing. You kind of spare a glance upwards as you pass under the threshold, but nothing seems to assail you. And then waiting for you at the other end is a man with a cowl low down just above his eyes, black cowl around his neck. You can see a larger black sword amulet. Both of his hands folded in front of him, sleeves bare. You can see that there's fur edging around his short sleeves, and he gives you a brief nod, pulls the cowl back. It's like, "Welcome to Caer Dineval. How can we help you?"
We were invited to come and say hi, so there we are.
We're here to see Avarice, actually. We received an invitation.
That may be so, but it is Kadroth who is awaiting you. Please, follow me. And he turns and walks up to the main keep. And I guess you guys follow?
Can
Yeah.
we see both?
Yeah, we could see both. It's just,
Can
yeah.
Fine. He won't even talk to me.
You get no answer. And he
Well,
leads you
maybe.
in. And then as he gets to the entrance, he is met by another man. This one seems to have a permanent crink in his neck. His head's always kind of slanted like that. And he's like, "Is this them? Dawnbringers?" Yes,
I think it's
it
are
is.
these they.
We are.
Oh,
That's what
Kadroth
he's
wants
trying
to
to
see you
say.
now. Come on, come on, come on. And with that, he turns and walks a little bit more quickly down one of the passageways, and the original guard steps aside and lets you filter after this guy. And as you're going through, this place is relatively well lit. There are torches every couple of feet along the corridors. You can see that there are a number of doors, most of them shut against you, though a couple of them are open. You can see like a mess hall, you can see like a library, what looks to be a crafting hall with various weapons lined up along the back wall, and from within the rhythmic clanking of a hammer striking metal. But eventually he leads you up a fine set of stairs to what was probably the master bedroom. Like, one moment, he doesn't often like being disturbed. And he taps lightly on the door, waits a moment. One moment. Knocks a bit
Why are we going
louder,
to his bedroom.
and
Can
then
we meet in like a hallway?
Because he's
Uh-huh.
dying.
eventually
Dying.
you hear
Kadroth is dying?
I don't know.
something shattering as it's thrown in a... He'll see you now. Pushes the door open.
Okay.
Did we come at a bad time?
And as you enter the room, you see Kadroth sitting on a stool next to a very large hearth, several logs in it, flames higher than most hearths you've usually seen. And as you first approach, you just see anger in his eyes. But as soon as he recognizes who you are, that anger is immediately replaced by happiness, and the scowl that he wore on his face turns to a big smile. And as you enter the room, you note that there is a vase or something that's just been smashed against the wall next to the door. The shattered pieces lying on the floor next to it. Oh, please do forgive that. I'm used to these morons disturbing me while I'm about my meditation. But you are no morons. You are a sight for sore eyes. So please, do come in and make yourselves comfortable. And this isn't just a bedroom. This is like the bed chambers, and this is the annex, which is more of an office. And there is a large oak table with a big chair sitting next to it, and then the stool next to the hearth, and then various other accoutrements, a small chest, cupboard, a banner with a black background with a white sword hanging blade first down. And he
Okay.
makes his way around the other side of the table, takes a seat, and gestures to a number of chairs which are around the room. Please, do pull up a couple of seats and make yourselves comfortable. My home is, of course, your home. You are more than welcome here. It's a great pleasure to see you again. I'm very happy that you have deigned to come and see us at our humble abode. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. The journey wasn't too straining, I hope.
Oh no, we had a lovely night.
We're alive, so that's good, right?
That is indeed an excellent start right there, yes. To have the spark of life about oneself rather makes everything else rather easier.
Yeah, I think living does help that. Good to see you're good.
And also alive.
Yes.
And also alive.
Not quite so used to travelling around anymore as I used to be, but got back here a couple of days ago after the jolly old meet in Bryn Shander. Yes.
Yes, has it really only been that little a time?
5 days to be precise. Perhaps 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you enjoy meeting all the other people there?
It was quite the
Speakers.
It was quite the eye-opener, to be very honest. Get the proper picture of those who lead the other of the great 10 towns here. Of course, we got to meet Maxwell Dinar himself, and Duvesa, and yes, all of the others, of course. So, what can I do for you? I'm sure you're here for a reason other than just a polite visit, although that would, of course, be more than gratifying. It's always nice to have some friends here.
Yeah, I was kind of curious if if you've had the chance to start moving on any of the, defenses. You talked about any scouts heading out. Where's Maxwell Danner in charge of all that?
We haven't heard so much from Maxwell Dinar just yet, but of course we have ourselves been taking up a vigorous activity in the fight against the Duragar. And if you look over here, and he gestures to the wall behind where he is, it's a large map of this region of the 10 towns. You can see each of the towns is marked on it. And then also a large pin placed right where you guys said Sunblight Fortress was. And you can see that there are a couple of smaller pins like halfway between the two. We did dispatch a number of scouts as soon as I returned here, and was able to give the appropriate orders. They haven't returned as yet. I mean, it's only been a few days and quite the long distance down there, and they, of course, need some time to do the actual reconnoitering. But yes, we are indeed acting upon that. And our own patrols are continuing here in Caer Dineval and in East Haven. And I'm very, very happy to say that there have been no sightings of the Duragar for a number of days now.
Yes, excellent map. We cleared out an establishment up around here, and I'll point to where near Caer other
Koenig.
place, Caer Koenig.
Yeah.
I think you'd already pointed that out, so there would be a pin up there, a
There'd
red pin.
probably be a pin.
Ah, there's the
Mhm.
pin.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yes, we can see it's already marked right there, and very, very appreciate the information, the insight that you have provided with us, and of course the method that you've dispatched those Duragar. Dead. In fact, if we were talking on this glorious subject, if you had a chance to see our gallows tree, we've been doing a little spot of decoration, just to make it sure that everybody knows precisely where we stand in the Duragar situation.
I don't think we've seen the update yet, but
Did we
Yeah,
happen
we
to pass
arrived
it?
in the night.
Yeah, and I'm afraid my head was rather low wandering into town.
You may well have passed it, but I don't think would have noted it necessarily.
Okay, and more of just this
Yeah.
morning.
In fact, yes, you would have. I think it would probably be out on the little hillock that's between the uphill climb and the castle.
Oh.
And on top of that is a single tree, from which numerous Duragar dangled. Several of them from, depending on how closely you studied it, but from what you could see, having various kinds of wounds on them from weapons. Then also 2 or 3 of them, like faces contorted like they were alive when they were hung, and then frozen in that state.
Oh, goody!
Yeah, yeah, we saw it. Did you find all these Duragar here?
Oh no, not just here. our parties have met them out and about, particularly on the tundra, and a couple of them in Easthaven, of course, though we tended to leave those that we found in Easthaven as a warning to those who may decide to follow. A couple of them here, a couple of the blighters. There's actually an old tavern by the entrance, Dinev's Rest, it's called, and found a couple of them trying to hide out there, actually.
I see.
Yes, right under our noses.
Were you able to get any information from them before you disposed of them?
I'm afraid that the boys were rather rigorous in their execution of the execution. Did take their noses, though.
Okay.
Unfortunately, noses don't provide us any useful information.
No, but they do make a wonderful trophy. Would you like to see them?
Sure.
Pulls out one of the drawers on his table, brings out a little chest and opens it, and there's a couple of noses that have just been cut off and
Laura's
just
making
laid on the...
a very small, unhappy noise.
Wow, that's quite a collection. I recently took a piece myself, and I'll pull out the white skull and set it on the table.
Well, it's quite the impressive piece right there. Not Duragar, of course, but yes, there's definitely something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Quite the trophy.
Thank
Should
you.
be proud of that.
I am. Then I'll put it back away.
So where did you hunt that fine specimen?
Oh, we fixed the issues on the Lonely Wood the other day.
Yes.
The issues? I know it was under attack of some sort. Was it the Duragar? Must have been the Duragar.
No,
No?
unliving.
Unliving Duragar.
No, the creatures been brought back from either controlled or brought back from death. One of the two.
I'd guess the Duragar would be smart enough to stay away from that town. At least during that time.
Smart?
I don't think-
Smart? Dear boy, you think that those things have any smarts at all? No, of course not.
Well, then they must have been fearful of it.
That could be. But the Duragar have been known to dabble a little bit in necromancy and the other evil arts. Yes, they like to bring back some of those big fellows. Awfully smelly when they're resurrected, zombified ogre type fellow.
Oh, yeah. We had seen one of those.
Yes, we have.
Pulling a sled. Somewhat ingenious, if it
Yeah.
saves them having to carry things.
Yeah, if
Nothing
it wasn't
ingenious
so.
about it, oh boy. Just a big creature carrying some stuff.
Well, yeah.
Quite like you, Tahko.
Haha!
Yeah,
Excellent.
Well, okay.
Well, is there anything that you need of us? Any reason for the invite?
Not really. Our patron made it clear that our alliance align with yourselves, and our objectives, rather, not our alliance. Our objectives align with your own, and that your own vigorous attitude towards the Duragar was very much in keeping with ours, and should you require a place to stay and succor, then you would be more than welcome within these walls, and I, of course, open that invitation to you all. You may consider yourselves friends of the Black Swords.
Wonderful, thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you. Perhaps it's too much to ask. Who is your patron?
You mean the speaker, yes?
Well, yes. Is your patron Cranach, or...
No, my patron is one of rather more power and prestige than Cranach. Although I do recall that you wish to see Cranach and ensure that he is of as good health as can be expected, considering the circumstances.
Yes, that would be lovely.
More than happy to make those arrangements.
the circumstances of his illness, or
Yes, we might
we
be able to
were
treat
very
him as
clear
well.
what was going on, but
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I'm quite happy to put those fears to rest. Thoob! Where the blast are you? And the guy with the cranky neck pops his neck around the door. Is like, yes. Would you be so good as to show the Dawnbringers to Speaker Craddock's chambers and show them that he is there alive, and as well as can be expected? Yes, of course. Please follow me.
I love the music in the background.
Right. Does this place give off a tone that matches that? I mean,
Actually, it should be this now. That was the outdoorsy bit. This is now the indoorsy bit.
okay.
Dun, 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 dun,
It is
dun.
making me be like, this Cadrath guy.
Yeah. he walks over and closes the window. Sorry. Watch that.
Sorry
over.
about that.
Closes a window, music changes. Oh, yes, of course.
If you understand that the large fire we keep burning here sometimes has spots stifling. We like to keep the smoke with a good way of passaging through. That just facilitates
That's,
that. I'll just close the window for you now.
A good idea. Okay.
It's a
All right.
word.
And Thub leads you again down a couple more passageways, and as in fact you leave. It's like, do come and say farewell again before you leave, or if you decide to stay, then of course don't be strangers. I'll be here. Just knock. Make it clear it's you. Don't want to break any more vases. See you soon.
Is
You
Thug a common name in Icewind Dale?
Thub.
Oob.
Oh,
Thub.
Thub. Okay.
It's a B instead of a G.
And
Okay.
Thub is actually from the book. Thug I made up on the spot, but Thub is the real name.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You just happen to be really close.
Also,
Hello.
I have my own joke, but Duvesa needs to be scared of him and his hatred for vases.
Oh.
You missed.
Oh.
Oh, well said.
Anyway, Thub does lead you on the same floor, so it's still on like the master chambers floor, pretty much across the landing to another suite. That's the word I've been looking for. Suite, not bedchamber. It's a suite.
Okay.
Opens the door, leads you in. As you go into the main passageway, you can see that there's a door going out to the left, and then a door that goes immediately forwards. And he brings you to the one to the left. And you can see that there is a window with bars in it, and you can look through the bars, and there is indeed a man currently just lying on a bed. Quite a nice bed. It's got fairly decent thread count, probably. I don't know how you describe a nice bed. It's big. It's wooden.
It looks
a nice
plush.
bed.
Everything looks like quality. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not a wood plank bed with nothing on it.
And
That looks
as
really
you
comfortable.
as you look, you do see that the chest is rising and falling rhythmically.
Okay, I'll go walking in there.
You put a hand to the door, and you find it's locked.
Oh, may I check on him?
Well, Master didn't give any permissions, I'm afraid.
Huh.
But these two here are healers. They could make sure that he's in good health for real, instead of just your word.
And my
Not that we
magic
don't
might-
believe you, but, you know.
Make a persuasion roll, Elora. I'll say with advantage.
Wow.
19.
Ooh.
Not bad.
I was not a healer.
Well, we of course
Well.
wish the best
Brought a man
for
back from the dead.
our dear speaker, of course. And he pulls out a large jangle of keys and selects one at length, going, not that one. That's to her chambers, that's to...
Between Tahko and I, we count as a healer. Just throwing that out there.
And he
That's
unlocks the
true.
door and pushes it open for you. There you are. I wouldn't get too close. It could be contagious.
Hmm.
Oh, what is it?
I don't know. I'm not a healer.
I see.
Well, if it's contagious, I'm sure you understand what it is then.
Yes.
I'll walk right up and check his pulse.
It is not. Okay. Give me a con
Wait, I
save
should be
and
the
a
one.
medicine check.
Uh-oh.
I should be the one doing this because I've got immunity to
Oh, whatever.
disease. But
Taco's doing this.
Perfect.
Oh my...
And a medicine check.
beautiful.
Whoa!
Wonderful.
His skin is incredibly cold to the touch. Like, really cold to the touch. You would kind of... It looks like he's been sweating, like you would expect from a fever or something like that. And usually with a fever, hot to the touch, burning up. This guy isn't. It's more strange that he's not shivering. He's still breathing fairly contentedly, definitely asleep. But he has that cold pallor to him.
Is the room warm in here?
There is a fire burning in the hearth. So yeah, it's not pleasantly warm, but it's warm.
Okay.
And with that medicine check, this guy's ill. He is definitely unwell. It's hard to say exactly what. This is not an ailment you've seen before. Certainly not one you can diagnose.
Okay.
But he's definitely ill.
All right. Okay, but still alive. He's not
Very much
not
alive.
dead or anything.
Like, his breathing is slow, like he's in a very deep sleep, and it doesn't look like he's moved very much, and you can kind of see that the bed around him is not exactly sodden with sweat, but certainly like damp to the touch almost. And clearly needs to be cleaned again sometime soon.
You can identify the disease with that? Beautiful. Are you casting that?
Yes.
You see.
Detect poison and disease.
Wonderful. That should do it.
Well,
You are
unless we
indeed.
come back with
Maybe.
It's
You
a,
cannot tell. It is a
yes.
mystery.
Yeah.
as we all know, Mordred likes to go and that's just dumb. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, right.
So I will say, Zagrax, there is definitely somebody diseased lying in that bed right now.
Perfect.
Very.
He's not looking good.
Actually,
I
I'm
mean,
just going to
it's
drag
gonna
you
look
into a
at
side channel for a second, because we should talk about this, because this is fair. Good move.
Oh.
Alright, so
I'm like, did I have that prepared or not?
it's difficult. Like, you can't get an immediate diagnosis of what exactly is wrong with this guy. It's definitely a disease, it is not a poison. But it seems to be... send me a religion check to me. So, private religion check.
Do. Woo!
This seems to
18,
be-
boys.
More of a sickness of the soul rather than a physical ailment.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Normally he drags me around, but
Yeah.
I had to get myself.
You did it
Okay.
yourself.
Oh, wow.
It's fine.
I'm back.
Welcome
You're
back.
back. I need my camera. There it is.
Hmm.
Wait, what? Whoa, you are super
happened?
dark
I
right
don't
now.
know why, but my camera resets every time I move.
That's
Bloody
like
annoying.
Face of the
scary.
darkness.
you went dark and Jarard dropped and I'm like, what's going on? Somebody laughed at
Oh.
what?
And then I saw spooky
Me-
face.
Yeah, it made me think like Kadroth was coming out of the dark corner, be like, "What do you think?"
It just warps through a wall.
Well, I followed you in.
Oh.
You didn't notice.
Suddenly I'm Tahko.
Why did my camera drop out?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Weird.
Discord.
It you disconnected and then reconnected.
Yeah.
Mysteries
I didn't
abound.
do anything.
Mysteries abound.
Mysteries abound. Okay. I
I say too,
actually,
mysteries abound.
if there's a moment, if possible, I would like to cast Detect Thoughts to see if he has brainwaves and if I can sense anything from that.
Sensing his mind.
Yeah, maybe
So
we
what
can
it
talk.
would show me is if there's and if he has any surface thoughts. What is most on the mind at the moment?
Oh, I think I pooped myself.
Is that your surface thoughts, Highwind?
No.
She accidentally redirects it to Tahko. Oh, okay.
Huh.
Thank you.
Oh, that snug soup's not acting up.
Okay, so the things have happened.
Hmm.
So, Yeah, looks
So-
deathly.
When you say he's cold, is he like supernaturally cold, like icy?
Not icy.
Or
Like
okay,
cold, like somebody's been out on a cold day without a shirt on type cold.
okay.
But again, it's strange that he's not shivering. Like, you would expect him to be shivering to that.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely,
Oh,
Zagrax, go for it.
Hey.
Oh, I don't know.
So Zagrax steps over to Irilyssa and starts muttering something.
Yes.
All right, I'll come back to the group. No, he's alive, but deathly cold.
Yes, it's what is most on his mind right now.
He's cold, so we should light up the fire a bit more. I have
Perhaps.
been remiss in my duty.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. Please do not hold this against me, and please do not tell Kadroth. This is my job, and I have failed in this task. And
Who
I'll be
is
back in a
this?
moment.
Who's this man's caretaker? Medical caretaker.
There are several of the brothers here who oversee him and ensure that he continues to live.
Hmm.
In
Well-
particular, I can give you some names. It is the one who's most concerned with his health is dear old Hethel. But Huawar and Fel have also taken a keen interest, alongside,
I
of course,
see.
Kadroth.
Every few hours, they should fill a bladder with hot water near boiling and put it in near him to try and keep his body warm.
A wonderful idea. I will ensure that is done. Now, please, we should probably leave the poor speaker to his rest. He starts to shoo you out of the room.
Bobby, is there anything you guys can do about this?
No.
Not apparently.
Zagrax, can you just remove the disease? I don't imagine.
I mean,
Has he ever been able to do that before?
Excuse me.
You can certainly try.
yeah, I can try.
I'm a walk over.
Is it a disease?
If you did, Elora doesn't remember.
I mean,
You tried.
I did with the guy who lost his limbs and stuff. I dumped
Oh,
quite
yeah,
a
yeah,
few
yeah.
cure diseases into him, but that
That's
could have
true.
you
Elora
could have
didn't
just
do
saw
that.
that as healing.
You tried
Yeah.
to do that to Irilyssa, I think, too. No, I actually think it was Tahko.
Shoot. Elora
I
and Vulwin
try-
stood outside.
One, cure disease or neutralize poison from lay on hands.
Okay, and how many points does that use?
5 out of my 25.
Okay. You lay your hands on him, concentrate your power, and use your mind to effectively try to seek out where the ailment lies, using with what you know. And you start to apply the power to him. And you continue to apply the power to him. You feel like there is almost a chasm that you put your power into, and you feel, maybe if I do a little bit more, I'll get it. I feel like I'm so close, but you never are, and you actually end up putting 10 points into him to no effect.
Wow.
That was strange. Just felt like there's a void that just couldn't be healed.
So he touched him. Does he have to do a con roll?
He's immune to diseases.
Yeah.
Fine.
He's a paladin.
Damn. All right.
Paladins.
I
While
don't think he knows this, by the way, but
It's like, I've never
Well,
been sick before.
while Zagrax is doing that, I'm going to use detect magic
Okay.
and just sweep over the room.
Wow.
Okay. So, with the detect magics, you... Let me just double check to see what exactly this does.
detects magic.
Yeah, but there's always like particular details about what information
Yeah.
you glean.
The wording of
That
things.
is true.
You do actually detect magic, specifically around Speaker Crannoch, and it is of the school of necromancy, which I know is going to make you go, but I will remind you that necromancy is also healing magic, and you do get the feeling that this is healing magic that's being applied to him. Pretty powerful stuff, too.
He's glowing.
Glowing?
What?
Yeah.
I
Wasn't sure at first, but he's glowing.
I don't think he's pregnant.
No, like an outline around him. He's bright like that thing you had in your pocket.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, my.
I think he's pregnant.
I'll also cast Detect Magic.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Can I identify the spell or an item
No.
that's
Usually you can't.
You just
No.
get the faint aura of whether it bears magic and what kind of school, if any.
okay.
Is that even after I'm done healing?
Yep.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, I'll dump a cure wounds into him.
Okay. And you have the same thing that Zagrax had. You concentrate on him, you start doing the cure wounds, and again you have that feeling it's the void, and you feel like, I'm filling the void, but we're going to get it soon. And you put more power into it, and you actually use 2 slots, trying to get your cure wounds in to no visible effect.
Interesting. All right.
It's not so much that you're just filling it in, it actually seems to be pulling at your power a little.
Weird. Well,
This is definitely not a normal disease.
he is
You see what I mean? It's
Is it-
strange.
a disease? Or is it cursed?
It could be both.
Whatever it is, it's very powerful.
Yes.
I can
Yes. That is what
prepared-
Hethel thought too.
tomorrow. I can prepare to remove curse and see if I can't magically lift it, but not today.
Aside from that, we do have other matters to attend to here.
Yes.
Well,
we do.
yeah.
If you wish, you could speak to the old sage herself. Maybe she can tell you something more.
Is that
Hethel. She's just
Ah,
done
yes.
that.
The Hethel.
Yes,
Okay.
that sounds like a good idea.
And he
We-
just points you down to the room which is further along the corridor.
okay?
Has Hethel been his primary caretaker this whole time? Since it happened.
Yes. She is the one that knows the most about such ailments in our order.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go. Yeah, we'll go over there.
All right.
Shimmy on down.
So you head down to Hethel's room, and it's just a solid oaken, probably wooden door. Looks pretty heavy.
Shout knock.
Knock knock. Yeah.
Is it a gentle knock or a loud knock?
Medium knock.
Medium knock.
Medium knock, fine.
Like the
No response.
Harder knock.
Hello? Who's there?
Tahko.
No, I wanted waffles.
You're up.
Elora? Hello. This. My name is Elora, and we're the Dawnbringers. We would like to talk to you.
Can't bloody hear you. Come in.
Okay.
And as you push open the door, you are met immediately by this blast of really warm air.
Good. At least somebody knows how to heat things up in here.
And as you come in, you see an old dwarf sitting in a rocking chair, rocking very gently back and forth. A heavy blanket over her legs. Hearth on the side of the wall, blaring with heat in much the same way that Kadroth's was. And this whole room just has this very warm, charged feel, like old people's houses often do. Who are you?
We are the Dawnbringers.
Ah, shit. Not today. It's gonna
What?
have waffles.
Oh, sorry. We didn't bring waffles.
Ah, it's too late for that anyway. Well, what do you want? No, come on, speak up, don't have all day. No, really, I don't have all day, come on.
We were just seeing who's caring for the speaker. Is there anything magical in here? Since I still have Detect Magic up.
Yeah, it's been like a minute or two.
It lasts for like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also
10
technically,
minutes.
detected poison and disease also lasts for 10 minutes.
Cool.
So, the detect poison disease? No. She's just really
Okay.
old.
She's
Good,
just
she's in
old.
good health.
The disease that gets everybody age.
Detect old. We just have eyes. It's
Yes.
just called sight.
She is old. Thank you, Zagrax. Go sit in the corner.
She does have a black sword amulet around her neck. Again, one of the larger designs like you saw on the guy as he came in first. And that does give off a magical aura, which I'm going to say is divination.
Oh, okay. The speaker, he's very, very cold.
Of course he is. It's got no soul.
What?
Sorry, what?
It's got no soul. It's gone.
It's gone.
What? How?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're very
Oh.
blasé about that.
It's a soul. Some
What-
people use them.
You-
Some people keep them. We didn't.
Didn't know that could happen.
You don't know where it went?
I know where it went. Not going to tell you.
Oh.
Why not?
Don't trust you.
Well, we were personally invited here from Kadroth himself.
Yeah.
So, I didn't invite you. I know who you are.
Anybody have the ability to make waffles like
Well, that was
instantaneously?
Oh!
I can think of
As
a
you
way
say
to
that,
do that.
the rocking stops. And you notice that on a small table next to her, there's a trout. And as you say that, she just pushes the plate off the table. I'll talk for waffles.
Oh, well, actually,
Sick of trout. Horrible stuff. Have it every freaking day. Shit.
well, we could go. Oh.
You like honey waffles?
I like waffles at any kind. I mean, I really like blueberry waffles. But yeah, I'll take honey. Not too picky.
I could try to make waffles with my Chewinga charm. Do you want me to try?
What those
She's asking all of
frozen
you.
waffles? Yes, by all means, try.
Yeah, if you could do that.
All right, we'll try.
Yeah, she's willing to talk.
She'll see. She's inside, so I don't know. It's not going to be snow waffles. So I don't know.
Just crack open the window and
What are
make some
you
waffles.
putting this in or on?
If there's a plate,
There's a plate on the floor.
there's a plate on the floor. I'll pick up the plate on the floor.
Okay.
And then she'll try to do that.
You summon the power of the charm. And as you lift your hand with a bit of a ta-da, there's this big ball of ice cream.
Oh my gosh. Maybe
And you
it's
can
waffle
see that
flavored
there
ice
is
cream.
a couple of scraps of waffle sticking out of it.
Yeah,
It's waffle flavored ice cream.
With
Waffle cone. It's got a waffle cone.
Not the cone, it's just waffle flavored ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that could be really
She's
good.
But
like,
it does have
maybe-
like little bits of cone sticking out.
Of course, because it's showing a blessing.
That is a good attempt.
That's not a waffle.
What is that?
Tastes like waffles.
Ah, give it here, give it here, give it here.
She'll like give it to her.
Warning,
Pulls the
it is
seat
a bit
away.
cold.
Pulls the plate away from you. Dabs one of the biscuit of the waffle flakes in. Lifts it up. Takes another scoop. Not quite waffle, but close enough. It's my last meal anyway, so might as well enjoy it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm going to die
You
soon.
may as
Like
Wait, why?
Today?
Yeah.
Or
Why do you think I was so angry that you arrived? I saw my own doom. Doombringers.
Dawn bringers.
like
Like
the
sun.
sun.
morning
Doombringers
sun.
to me, same thing really.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
At least you'll have a lovely final meal.
It's not bad.
So
Do with a spoon.
he
though.
has.
Sorry.
I'll root around in my pack for a spoon, or kind of like look around the room for a spoon.
Give me an investigation check.
I am good at this.
If you got cookingware utensils, like
Nope.
I am not good at
that.
this.
You
It
find
was a 4.
a fork.
oh,
Like one of those
Oh,
with
did
the
you roll
really
secretly?
long prongs forks, like you'd have on
Ah.
like a carving platter type fork.
Oh no! I'm not even gonna like look at it, look at the thing, look, and just kind of like nope.
Oh man.
Well, if you're going to die, why?
It's my day.
It's your day. I see.
So he has no soul.
Yeah.
Please do tell.
He once had a soul, now he doesn't. No soul.
All right. Why
Well, how
did his
does-
soul leave him?
She smiles.
How does one go about not having a soul but still breathing?
It's not that hard. Lots of people have no soul.
you said that you'd let us know where that soul went. You said you wouldn't say anything without waffles. I think you've got something.
That's true. Traded it.
4.
Traded it.
I know. That's his business, not mine.
So he traded it.
Huh.
Did he just trade it to stay in bed all the time?
Who did he trade it to?
Again, his business, I'm sure.
I think we already know who he traded it to.
Oh?
Maybe. Did this befell the speaker when you were here? This didn't happen before you were here?
No, it was before.
Before.
They brought people
See.
in that would know about souls. So here I am.
And you specialize in souls?
Some bits.
I see.
Well, that's how she knows she's gonna die, right?
I guess.
Exactly. Traded my own. Let me see the
Yeah.
future. Let me see when I was
Your
going to
own
die.
soul?
Thanks very much.
Well, how are you breathing and moving around like normal without a soul?
Because I wasn't
Cranach
stupid in
isn't.
how I offered to trade it.
Oh. Hmm.
What's his soul look like? And
Zagrax will point to Vulwin.
Oh.
What do you mean, Zagrax?
well, you see,
I don't know.
Well, you see, he just like trails off. What do you mean, Zagrax?
This sounds like a fun diversion.
I mean, you kind of did walk through a wall of ice.
No, it turned into water. It wasn't a wall of ice. But it was a wall of ice. But then it turned to water.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
What do you mean you don't know? You can't see his soul?
I can usually see if souls aren't there.
Ah, I see.
Oh,
So my soul's here. Good.
As far as I know.
that's good.
You don't know.
There you go. Sweet.
Well, I
You're
know
level
that I
one.
don't know.
You've got a soul.
You don't know if his soul is there or
That
not.
wasn't.
Why not?
That wasn't concerned, Zagrax.
I haven't looked too closely.
Well,
Oh,
that's
Okay.
not having a soul doesn't.
Got any more of this
Sound like-
ice cream? It's quite good.
She'll try to pull out more.
Use another
Well,
of the
hold
charms.
on.
Sure.
No, I don't have another
No,
charm,
no,
but it does last
no.
for a long time.
Yeah, she's just
Oh,
eating it
hello.
though.
Yeah, that's true. If she ate all of it, because I produce a lot of ice cream. Whatever.
It was very concentrated in flavor, which is why it was so good.
Okay.
Ah, there you go.
Thank you, Shringa, for listening to my request. Well, then no. I used the last of my charm on the waffle ice cream.
Well, shit. I saw that there was
Sorry.
something on my plate. As soon as that something goes, so do I. Goodbye.
What?
And she just dies.
Yep.
Laura backs up several feet. She runs into whoever's behind her.
She-
And now she's
Yeah.
dead.
You should have asked for
I'll do-
more to begin with.
I'll do a heal check on her, just to make sure she's actually dead.
Roll me a medicine check.
Well,
8.
She seems to be
Dark.
lifeless.
I will start calling for help.
Nah, I mean, she knew it was her time.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
finally
but
cooked-
it doesn't exactly look good if we're standing in a room with a dead body.
No.
Would be
And
the
don't
first.
call
I mean,
for help.
Thube's right
help.
there, right?
Help.
Yes, Thube is right here. I was
That's
just
Oh,
waiting
okay,
outside.
never
the-
mind.
You saw that, right?
Oh, she
You're
kicked
gonna
the
need-
bucket. About bloody time.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah,
need a new healer,
um,
it seems.
Well, they've got 2 more.
Yeah.
30.
Well, I guess you don't need one specialized in souls anymore, so
Well,
you're
maybe
fine.
they are. But those other 2, Warwar and Fell, whatever their names were.
They won't be quite as knowledgeable as her, but they'll do. Probably.
Okay.
Did they study under her? Do they know each other at all, or just completely separate people?
They seem
don't
to have
know.
certain powers, and those powers interact in a positive way with Kranich. He's not dead. She hasn't
True.
been able to
mean,
move from this
she
room
is,
in
though.
years. They're the ones who've been doing all the administrations.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Huh.
Well,
I mean, I sort of have a problem with how okay everyone here is with the fact that he doesn't have a soul.
Elora's been kind of panicking the whole time visibly.
well, he
She's
is a
just not-
Oh
speaker.
no, not the party. Like people in the castle.
Oh, okay.
Well, he is a speaker and therefore a politician, so it's not exactly out of line.
True.
Oh,
You're not
dude.
wrong. I thought you were talking about the party. I'm like, how much is the general knowledge of souls in
I was gonna say
D&D?
That they exist.
that. I was gonna say the
Give me a
speakers of
religion
the
check
10
if you
should
want
have
to.
The,
Nice.
The speakers of the 10 should have the most soul among all of us, right?
10.
You gotta lead
So
people.
much soul.
Your knowledge about souls is limited. You know that at least church doctrine teaches that most people have souls. And Irilyssa, you know that those souls can sometimes be traded to certain other powers for certain other boons.
Wait, I have the same religion modifier as Irilyssa. Nice.
Yeah. 0.
I'm
Turns
also
out
one
when
of the
you're a cleric, religion isn't that important.
I have a
Just the one you
one.
believe in.
Wait,
Right?
It's
wait.
true,
Does
just one you
Tahko
believe in.
have the highest religion modifier
I
of our
think I
entire
do.
group?
Yeah.
At a
Might.
+1, the Death Cleric. Perfect.
See, that's just how much you know about other religions.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. You went to death school to learn all about all the other
I didn't go to
religions.
any school.
He's just reincarnated.
Yeah, you go.
School of Hard Knocks.
Anyway, I believe that Kadroth wished to speak with you again.
Again,
Yes.
okay.
If you are done here, yes.
Oh, we're
Um,
done. All right.
You're definitely done.
So
here.
is she.
May she rest in peace.
Probably not.
Oh.
She sold her soul.
Exactly.
This way, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we get the chance
I'm
to
gonna-
talk to the other
I'm just-
2 people.
I
I
like
don't
this
like
place.
it here. I don't like it here.
I feel like both of them at the exact same time.
We do.
I'm just gonna pop another Divine Sense.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
try
see
and find
anything
like
fun?
demons and devils next.
Yeah, I was like,
Somebody's
she,
trading souls left and right.
She,
I mean-
she made her peace.
She met her piece.
Well,
True.
she also made it too, apparently.
Yeah, made her bed and slept in it.
That's the.
Anyway, you go across the landing again, back towards Kadroth's chambers, and Thub knocks on the door. This time there is no shattering vase, just a yes, of course, come in. Hello.
Hello.
So, did you
Hi.
see old Crannock?
Yes,
Yeah,
we did.
very,
Yeah.
very enlightening.
Yes, poor old boy, not doing particularly well, is he? No.
He's very
No.
cold.
Yes, we've noticed that. Blasted
Yeah.
weather of this place, really.
Yeah, he's doing better than Hethel, though.
Oh, you saw the old bat as well.
Yes, I'm afraid she's departed though.
Oh, what a shame.
not a
Herb.
beat skipped. Beautiful.
Barrier,
I don't.
right?
Did no one quite care for Hethel?
She had her uses, I guess, but she won't be missed particularly by me.
Okay. Well, why did you call us back in here?
I thought we would go over a couple of more of the plans of going after the Duragar and, such.
Oh,
Besides, I
sounds good.
quite like the company.
Oh. Did you get more information?
And I am sure you do like the company, says another voice from the door behind you all. And you see a lady standing there with incredibly pale, almost white skin, with just the faintest hint of blue to it. You can see that there are a pair of horns that curl out from her forehead. She has a tail that sticks out from underneath her coat, and her eyes are just red.
Okay. Anything magic on her?
Huh. I think it's been 10
I think
minutes.
it's been more than 10 minutes.
It's been more than 10 minutes at this point.
Oh, has it? Okay.
Yeah.
Kadroth, be a dear and let me speak with the guests. I think I should be here as well. Kadroth, leave. And Kadroth blinks for a moment, rises from his seat, makes his way over to the door, goes through it, shuts the door softly behind him.
Goodbye, Gadroth.
I thought he'd never
Yay.
stop talking.
It is
Afraid we'd be here
certainly
for another 5 hours.
a boon to have a bit of quiet here from time to time. Please have a seat. We will make use of his office for now. And she makes her way over to where Kadroth had previously been perched and settles herself there instead.
I'm sorry, but who are you?
You?
Forgive my poor manners. I am Avarice.
Oh, it's great
Ah.
to meet you, finally.
Mm-hmm.
It took
Yes.
us a long time, but we're here.
Gurgle and Gargle have been watching with some interest. It is rare that they go after just one group so much.
They have followed us for a long time. It's been at least a month.
You have been interesting for quite some time as well.
We're flattered?
You should be. I do not
No,
give my
we were
attentions
followed.
lightly.
Hmm.
So,
For a long time, we thought that they were some threat, but it's good to know they weren't threatening us with their presence.
well, if you had been so stupid as to shoot at them, then they probably would have been a threat. But you left them alone. They left you alone.
Fair point.
We did chat briefly, but yeah.
Yes, after I directed them to.
Why were we so interesting?
It is rare that there are a group so dedicated as yourselves to solving problems. I like to watch those who solve problems.
So what can we do for you?
Straight to the point. I appreciate this. My time is valuable. I have a colleague. I believe that you may know of him. He was burned by the people of East Haven for a murder that he committed.
Yes. A long while ago.
The wizard.
Oh, yeah.
The wizard, yes.
Yes, Dazan. Well, he has a servant who is always with him, but not this time for some reason. The last that I've heard of what Dazan was working on was he was exploring a ruin, and I wonder if perhaps his servant is still at the ruin. I do not know exactly what it is he found there, but it has my interest. He described it as a memory of another age, and I want to know what secrets he found there.
I see.
All right. Do you know the location of the ruin?
But of course. And with that, she pushes aside several of the things that Kadroth had on the desk just to make some space. Twirls her fingers and magic happens, and basically what you see is a bird's eye view of Caer Dineval, and then that view shifts, and it's almost like a what are those things called? Holograph. And you're looking at the terrain from this bird's eye view in 3D move as the viewer moves and starts to fly out over the tundra, going east of Caer Dineval, looping around the top of the lake, and eventually sighting what looks to be a large black edifice sticking out of the ground on top of a hill. And the eye gets closer, and you can see that this large edifice seems to be oval-shaped, elongated on one end, going up, rising to a point. It is there.
Interesting.
All right.
Did I hear you right? You said he was burned for a crime he did commit.
I do not know the exact circumstances, but if I know Dazan, then he probably did it, yes.
I see.
Well, I was going to turn to this one. Did they say he was, like, burned for murder or something?
He did. He murdered adventurers, didn't he?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, I do know that there was a group with him at the ruins, and then there was not.
I see.
Wonderful.
Tell me, do you share this town's, or rather the sword's, obsession with the Duragar?
Not with the same vigor as them, perhaps, no.
Do you think that this location has anything to do with them?
With the Durga? No, this is purely my own interest. It is a side project, if you like.
Do you have any inkling at all what it is? Other than a memory of another age?
No.
Huh.
And hang on, let me just check something. Vulwin and Irilyssa, you recognise that's probably not the full story.
Well, if you knew anything more, it would be very helpful for us, especially if we're going to go out there at your behest.
And
We
return.
hardly even know you.
Yes.
Will researching it help us end the eternal winter? Because that's kind of our goal here.
It is possible. It is certainly a knowledge that is very old. Exactly what it is, I am not sure, but he was interested in something. I have tried, of course, to divine the exact nature of this place, but I was blocked.
How is it that you came to the 10 Towns, dear Avarice?
I came on a caravan. How did you come here?
Through the
Never
sky.
left.
It is a good way of travel. I've used it from time to time myself.
Oh, her particular means I don't think was the best. Not to be rude, but is there any interest for us to explore this?
I'm glad to see that you are also a man of ambition, Mr. Goliath. I believe, judging by some of the things you have asked, that you have an interest in the Black Swords, yes?
Just a small bit of interest, yes.
We'd like
I
to
don't know
know
if I'd
more
use the
about
word
them,
interest.
yes.
Well, then I will willingly offer to you what I know about the Black Swords, particularly their patron, I believe will be of interest to you.
Oh,
But I will make one thing clear right now. I will not divulge anything that I myself am working on. Only what they are. Okay?
Very well.
okay. All right, then.
I simply do not want rivals in my own research. Competition is unwelcome. You would not
I
want to be my
understand.
competitors.
Understandable.
Okay, fair enough.
Perhaps so.
And this is agreeable. I will share with you what I know of the Black Swords. And you go and find what is in this ruin. Simple.
Very well.
All right.
Seems like an easy enough exchange. Is there anything that we should keep an eye out for? Anything particular that might catch your interest?
Jazan, though it pains me to say, was not a man without means. He had some power, and such a structure will have attracted his interest for some reason, and the fact that he leaves his servants there behind, one that he never leaves without normally, would suggest it is something of power. I would simply know what and why. And maybe
What
if
do
you can
his
erode the barriers that are there, so I can myself visit in the future.
what do his servants look like?
You will know. Let
Are
us
they
say
as-
that he is one that dabbled in the necromantic arts, yes?
Mm-hmm.
More undead.
Do you care about them at all?
No.
Mean anything to you? Because if we're walking undead, we're gonna kill them. Well, put them down.
Then kill them.
I don't know.
Return them to the earth.
As long as
Yeah,
you do
sure.
not,
Stop them from moving.
as long as you do not damage the ruins itself, there may still be things to learn. Do what you will with the
Sure.
people that are still there.
Okay.
Very well.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Would you like to depart now?
Actually, I have one question. Have you heard of a storm coming in on the back of Black Wings at all? Does that ring any bells?
Not to me, no.
Okay.
Is
Just
it
thought I
something
would
that we should be
ask.
worried about?
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm.
I received an omen, and I think your name was brought up after that part. The storm is coming on the back of Black. So
Then
it's
I
to
feel,
find relief in avarice.
then I
That
feel
was our
privileged
reason.
to have been named, but it means nothing to me.
Okay.
I think our interests might align soon.
Yes.
Well, honestly, we don't even know. So far, we've kept both of our interests pretty close to ourselves. I mean, you probably know more about us than we know more about you.
Probably.
Probably.
Definitely.
Considering that her minions have been stalking us for
Yeah.
time on end, of course she knows more about us than we do. We just met her for the first time today.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we should be going.
I guess so then.
Are you ready to part right now?
What time is it?
It's like
Well,
11
morning.
a.m.
Oh,
Yes.
well, I guess so then.
yeah, I mean, the only other thing we were going to do was talk with those other
Gotcha.
two. Well, no, we're not going to. Oh, no.
He is such a bore. Okay. And then with
He's
that,
waiting
she
out here for us.
rises
more
from
thing.
her seat, strolls over to a clear area of floor, then with a piece of chalk just makes a very quick outline, scribbling a couple of runes on it, closes her eyes, makes a couple of gestures with her hands, and then a blue shimmering portal appears. This will be quicker.
Thank you.
What is
That's
that?
awesome.
My journey. And I'll hop right in.
Okay.
Can-
Bye, Tahko!
Is this one way?
Yes.
We've
you
had
will
a
have
lot
to
of
walk
bad
back.
experience with one way.
You should find that you have an idea of where we are going, where you are going. You have seen it on the map, yes?
That's
Yeah.
true, yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Can you put it on this map just so that we have the
We
general
pull out our
idea?
map.
I'll lean
Taco's
over with
already fucking
Zagrax.
through the portal.
Like, whatever. God.
I'll lean over with Zagrax as well. Yeah, can you just kind of point out generally where?
Barbarians,
Because
they
I
have
saw
no
it.
intellect. And she goes over to the big map on the wall, pulls out a black pin, and then just sticks it
Hey, this is
somewhere
as much
to
your
the
interest.
east of where you guys are now.
Great.
Yeah. It's in your interest we make it back.
So,
Yeah, so it'll
be
help.
careful. I have seen your abilities. I am sure you will be fine.
Do you have anything to stop us from falling through the ice?
Your feet.
Fair point.
Uh,
I have a feeling Vulwin and I are sitting there trying to line up the map real good, mark it, and
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
You should
this
go
is gonna
now,
be a hell of
otherwise
a
you will
day.
have to be walking.
Okay.
This is going to be a hell of a day. And he's going to
Yeah.
go ahead and just walk towards it, put his hand on it, and then a step
This
through.
is not what I expected to be doing this morning.
Okay, and then as you step through this portal, you have that feeling that some of you have had previously when you use the mirror, where you seem to be traveling through time and space incredibly quickly. You have that feeling of just being yoinked at incredible speed, and then suddenly the warmth that you had on your skin from standing in Kadroth's office with that big roaring flame is just immediately replaced by the bitter biting cold of standing in the middle of the tundra. And as the last of you steps through, the portal behind you shimmers and closes, and you can see that below where the portal was, there is another inscription that's been inscribed, and that itself starts to burn away and turn to ash as you look at it. You then turn away from where the portal is to get a bearing of where you are, and you seem to be standing at the base of a large hill. And turning your eyes to the top of that hill, you see a very large black edifice that looks surprisingly like a large black feather. And that
It comes full circle.
is where we're ending
Also,
for
I
tonight,
just-
I think, because this feels like
Oh!
I was gonna say, last bit. The
Yeah.
second that
Okay.
Zagrax comes through the portal, he stumbles a few feet and just pukes.
okay.
Yep. And I'll look at him and be like, "Oh, that's a hell of a thing, isn't it?" Ooh.
Oh, well, we found it.
Only
All
took
right,
us
then.
half the campaign because one of the hooks for that was session 2.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty early on.
Oh, awesome.
The
I
feather
love
is real, yes.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you
I'm
get it
not
from the
concerned.
description. A large
Nope.
I was
oval,
wondering.
like,
I was very
spire.
curious.
Nope, not at all.
I was
Well, But I can't really envision things very well. So.
When you said, yeah, black thing off to the east, I was like, But
Hmm.
Northeast,
I wonder.
but yeah.
Yeah, northeast, whatever.
Feather in a tundra stack. Yeah, somewhere out there.
Okay then.
I love how Vulwin are like, where is it on the map so we can kind of figure out where the heck. She just goes barbarians. Like, no shit, we gotta look at a map. If we had your powers, we wouldn't have to.
There you go.
I mean,
I'll be a barbarian.
once we get out, we'll probably just meet up with our stalker gargoyle friends that'll direct us back anyway. So
Maybe.
You're not wrong, actually.
Maybe not.
yeah, where is this point on the map now that you've seen it?
It's the feather.
Feather. It actually just written
See, we
feather.
didn't ever make it over to the feather, but
Wow,
it's kind
that
of
is
funny.
like
we were
3 days travel. That is.
we were heading in that
far.
we were heading in that direction though, because we were going to cut across that river. Actually,
Mhm.
we were going to go right in that direction.
I
but
think we're gonna
that
go
didn't
straight to that
happen.
hill.
'Cause
Yeah,
it
wasn't
was
my
the rain.
I
fault.
think we were like that hill's
Yes, it
the
was.
spot to go.
Wasn't my
Yes, it
fault.
was.
Nope.
Yes, it
Nope.
was.
Not my fault. Nope. Blasphemy. Not my fault.
Yeah, I thought, like, if I put that out there and then just make you walk it, I was like, I'm not sure that they'd actually do it, but Portal? Sure.
Portal.
Yeah.
I love how only in D&D do you walk into arguably a semi-hostile neutral keep. Walk in there, just kind of like talk to the guy, check down the prisoner to see if he's okay, watch an old coot die, and then go and talk to the super boss, and they're just like, I have a mission for you. And you're kind of like, okay. And then they're like, portal to get to the mission. You're like, sick, let's go. And then you go.
I love our casual discussion about the lack of souls.
Yeah.
Bodies.
Yeah.
I do love how like laissez-faire they were about it. Like
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh yeah.
She's
lots of soul.
dead.
You said she was gonna
Awesome.
die, so whatever.
Yeah. I mean, she's probably been telling people that for considering how we walked in. She's like, I'm going to die today. Like, she's probably been telling people that for years. I'm going to die in a year and a half. Thank you.
Honestly, if
Sounds like-
anything,
It
Sounds like
comes
she
soon
didn't.
enough.
if anything, she should be thanking us because of how long it took for us to show up.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
We
I've been
gave her like
planning
an
that.
extra week.
I've been planning that line just like as soon as you show up. Oh shit! I was gonna have waffles today.
Unexpected. Like really, not today.
Waffle
Yeah, it
ice
says in the
cream
book
is
like
bad.
as soon as the party are done with her, she just keels over and dies.
What the heck?
But you didn't get nearly as much value out of her as you could have, because she's a soothsayer. She can see the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Because
just didn't ask
she
the right
finished her
questions.
food too
At
fast.
the same time, like, how much do we believe her? She's really crazy sounding.
I don't know. She knew that the soul was gone.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
thing as the wishing well
Hey, we
issue.
like to play D&D on hard mode. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't want any advanced knowledge of what we're doing.
Oh, I mean,
No.
We
we
have
were-
to
we were
cross
gonna-
frozen rivers on the regular.
Look, let's be
Hard
real.
mode.
It wasn't on us. She just ate too fast. She was like, "I'm sick of these people. I'm gonna finish off my food."
Even when we don't have to cross a river, we just wander out into one.
True.
Laura's
hard
like
mode.
going to be living with this trauma of I made this lady her last meal.
Oh.
And then
She said
what
she
does she
liked it.
died from eating
Then
it?
she died. Was it poisoned? Oh god.
You'll never
Schwinga.
know, because didn't you say that was your last Schwinga charm?
It
So you'll
was.
never know. Was it poisoned? Ah!
The Schwinga
That's
claim
what-
another.
I mean, we ate
I-
it twice and we didn't die, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I,
true.
I was trying so hard to make a Dark Souls joke, but I couldn't think of anything, so I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering.
Another
Anyway,
lady
chat, I am now
fillers.
actually watching chat, so if you have any questions for us, here's your
chat.
opportunity.
She died of brain freeze. Oh
That's kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
Uh,
Oh my god.
that actually probably ranks up there in horrible ways to go.
no! Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Because there's no way it's quick. Because it just builds
Yeah.
until you die. Ah.
The room was warm, but the brain was freeze.
Right.
Yeah, Dinnerballs. It's a
Another
fun
lady.
place. So many layers.
It's like I'm walking around like a theatrical, show, and like everybody's just like, "Hello, welcome to Canada."
It feels like we walked into like the set of Clue when we went in.
Oh my
there.
god. Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh no, she's dead from the brain freeze in the old lady's room, and everyone's like, meh.
Cool.
That's like,
Let me know when you have
yeah.
something.
Ethel,
Right.
she died with the what was it? Hethel died in her bedroom from brain freeze by the adventurers. The adventurers killed Hethel in her bedroom with brain freeze. There you go. That's
With waffle
Yeah.
ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah, guess that one.
I didn't mean to.
It was predestined, okay?
Yeah, she already had all 3 cards. She knew
Yeah.
it was coming.
Yeah.
She just didn't know she'd get the waffles.
Yeah.
Uh,
A shame.
so, yeah, just people dying around us this session.
Yeah.
yeah. Should
Who else died other than her?
Well, the other
Wow.
guy's soulless
Well,
and dying.
Well, yeah, but he's
not
still
dying.
technically.
He's doing considerable.
I thought a fly was in my room as I watched the token go yeet across the screen. It scared
Oh.
the crap out of me. I'm like, what is that giant thing moving? Oh,
That's funny.
That was a fun session. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Good.
It was-
yeah.
Now we know another thing. I think that maybe it's been a long time, but maybe the person that attacked us was Avarice, based on that description. It could have been at the other
Attackers
tiefling.
win.
There was a different
Yeah.
tiefling.
Where?
We first visited.
Oh, when we
Here.
first visited.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was somebody with that
I think it was
description,
a-
but there was also another person who matches that description. So,
Oh, yeah.
I think that was
and I
a
think
dude.
they were actually talking to us, weren't they? So it wouldn't have
Yeah.
been. No,
Yeah,
it would
she
have been the other person.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't sound French last time. So.
That's right. I mean, it's all coming back to me as I'm saying it now.
You didn't sound French
Yeah.
last time.
No, but I mean,
That's
voices
why I
can
had to
change
laugh when
sometimes.
you're thinking, is Caer Dineval some weird mix of French? Well, actually,
A weird mix of English, hellish mixture of English and French cuisine.
Yeah.
English boil everything,
5-4
and the
is
French
not
eat
regular
slugs.
people.
5-4 is not regular people?
No, that's shorties.
What?
Shut up,
for your
guess
party,
I'm
yes.
shorty.
6 foot something person.
Yeah, regular people. All of us are regular people size. Yep.
Heck,
I'm not.
how tall are you, Jarard?
I'm 6'4".
Tall.
Yeah.
Tall as Laura.
Yeah.
Or hang on.
Oh, you got doing the math for the
Oh, yeah.
Europeans out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Our primary audience.
I think that's close to. That's over 200, isn't it?
I don't know.
We use
I don't
foot as
know.
well. Sorry, the only measurement we use feet for, everything else is centimeters, but person's height, no, that's in feet and inches.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
And weight's in stone instead of kilos, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stone.
Stone makes no sense.
Stones.
Yeah, I think Rar's got the.
Isn't it
the
like
height on all of us.
some like 26.5 kilos or something is a stone or some nonsense?
It's like
Oh.
193 centimeters.
It's a weird one.
Haiku has failed me. I thought I knew my conversion rates.
193 or 192. I don't know.
Oh well.
I love how mysterious that place is and how totally screwed up it is.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
wonderful.
I've had that in my pocket for so long, and as soon as you get like given access as well, it's just like, why are we allowed in here now?
Yeah.
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 Oh,
It's
he's like, hey, come back. Let's talk about the Durgar. It's like, no.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
So
I thought we could talk about our mutual hate of the Durgar. Let's go. Let's make a night of it.
Right. So exciting.
There's nothing more I like than that.
He's a little exhausting.
I
As
don't
she
know what
mentioned-
you mean. I think
as she
it's perfectly pleasurable. Yes,
Yes.
As
pleasant in every way.
Ethan hates him more because he was in his mind for the council
No,
meeting.
I love. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I loved that. That was fun. That was really fun. I loved that.
Mhm.
His mind
Ethan
is an
got to
interesting
come
mind.
up with the voice for him.
Well, no. More
Kinda.
did it first. And then
Oh, did he?
I
Oh,
did
great.
something similar.
As
Yeah,
best
Yeah,
as
I did it
possible.
first in like the session just before, so that Vulwin
Yeah.
would have an idea of what the voice should
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
reminded me just a little bit of the rest of Limmy from
Oh,
Mutant Year Zero, just a little bit, but not as snivelly and more pompous.
Yeah.
Maybe
no one
more
likes
pompous.
Lemmy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lemmy the chameleon.
Yeah, there was a character that I ran as a GM that was very similar to this, except way more accusatory and not a fun
Well,
person to be
I
around.
mean,
Not an ally.
not,
by any means.
not without reason. I mean,
I don't know what you're talking
Highwind's
about.
character
Racist,
did
too,
just
though.
present what 4 heads from his
Did
bag.
you know that
What?
Highwind's
Clean
previous
skulls.
characters
Noses,
also
not
have a
heads.
habit of skulls? Yeah.
They were clean
No.
skulls, and I just want to say that my presenting a clean skull this time went over much better.
It did.
True.
It did because it wasn't Kadroth's skull or Brandon's skull.
It's
There is
'cause
a
it was
skull
only one.
theme.
Only
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's
That was it.
The fact that you're just like, look at my trophies. Oh yeah, look at my trophies, and you just bonded
Kadros
over.
is like,
yeah, we're
well, just-
bonding over skulls.
Yeah, Kadros is like, well, just come out to this window here. I can see you could see the whole tree from here.
Should
me
have
show
done
you.
that. Damn it.
He really would be like, oh, that's your trophy? Cute. Look at this tree.
I actually like imagined that he did that, assuming that there was a window to the tree. Like we saw the tree coming in, and he's like, "Have you seen the tree?" And we're like, "Yeah, we saw it as Japan. Yeah, come and look at the window. You can see the whole tree here. We found that one. We found that one over in the dining room
Yeah.
of that building. We found that one over there." You're like,
But have you seen
Kick
the
him-
tree from
you
the
just-
veranda?
kick him out the window.
I'm wondering if we'll pay for extra corpses brought in.
Depends if they're
Probably.
Jarard or not.
Yeah,
Yeah, he'd like
We'll
you for
pay
that.
For us bringing in more trophies,
Yeah. He seems to be a bit
more
of a collector.
decorations. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's appropriate for Halloween coming up, so I mean, props for that.
Right. I mean, I could just animate him and have him walk into town.
What if you went over to the tree and just had them walk to the oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'll just have them hang themselves up.
Walk
yeah.
to the castle. No, just have them walk to the castle. March them all there from the ones on the tree. Really spook them.
Guys, they could just go and like open the thing around their neck, just drop, and
Yeah.
then crawl their way because they're like they're not broken.
Oh,
Dawnbreakers
Nose-
failed bringing the
nose
dawn, so they
hunter.
became nose hunters for the black swords.
I'm gonna be honest. That was
Close
weird.
enough. Oh god.
Or even
So
the
Look at
weird.
my
Doomringers.
collection of noses.
that whole place is weird. I love it. It's just
Yeah.
it's wonderfully soulless, but not soulless, but soulless.
Praise
dumb.
Solus.
Less the
Praise
souls.
soulless.
Mm,
Oh,
Souls
dear.
need not apply here.
yeah. Oh man. Now we'll get to learn about their patron, which is probably a deal he made to get rid of the Duragar for whatever reason, but it went
I mean,
bad.
I feel like it's painfully obvious who their patron is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's Highwind. It's Highwind.
Well, I'm
Clearly.
particularly interested in finding out who it is because if they're opposed to the Duragar and we said it was Asmodeus, and he feigned not knowing what that was, but I'm sure he does.
Hmm.
I don't know.
It's
Or
plausible.
Cadrox
Seems to
just doesn't
be-
know anything.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Clearly,
This is
Kadroth is a
pompous
scholar.
Dum-dum.
Right.
Yeah,
he is a,
like
he
what
is a
other
scholar
devil
for
is
the
it?
ages.
If
A
he's
gentleman
not just
and a
scholar,
scholar.
I think you'll find he's a scholar and a gentleman. Yes.
Yeah,
More like a
what?
dullard for the ages.
I am particular. I know that some of the devils, like the head devils, are like ice ones, so I'm interested in finding out. But it could just be Asmodeus
Oh.
the whole time.
You heard it here
Asmodeus
first.
all
Laura's,
around.
Laura's interested in finding a new patron. You heard it here first.
No, I'm curious.
You know Ash who? Asmodeus,
His
yes.
trips who has ran games before, not as Elora, who just wants.
And that's
to
where
win.
that's the thing where I sit in the dark because I don't know like anything about D&D lore. So I'm like, other than like the people who have been introduced in this campaign, I'm like, I don't know. Could be anybody.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no,
Could be that Yeti over there for all I know.
That Yeti
What
over
do you
there
mean
is
that
God.
Yeti over there? What are you talking about?
I was pointing out
That's
the window,
Vulwin.
not at you.
Okay,
Sheesh.
that was about to be very rude. That was about to be very
That's
rude.
Vulwin's
Zagrax.
sister. You can't talk to her like that.
Sorry.
No, it wasn't Vulwin's sister, it was
Oh.
Tahko's.
Oh.
You can talk to her however you want. Yeah.
She just straight hears me say that Yeti over there, just looks upstairs. You're like, sorry, nope. The one over the hill. A couple hills past.
I'm surprised you can see that, Zagrax.
I can't. I couldn't even see his sister.
Oh, man.
So
Oh,
you
you
make
know what?
your
I
back,
totally
Zagrax.
didn't give shout-outs earlier, and I meant to, and then forgot. So sorry about that. Realm to Exists. Fola, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. And then we've got Chaos Gemini coming in with a 5-month resub. Thank you very much for that. Here's 2 more Digital Dragons. Warbird coming in with a 5-month resub. No, you. Mordred coming in with a 5-month resub. Trips coming in with a 2-month resub. Heck yeah, Digital Kobolds. Casimir coming in with a 5-month resub. Thank you very much for that. Macho coming in with a 5-month. 5 months and no villain has been named after me. I must up my game. And then Evil by Moonlight coming in with a 5-month resub. 5 whole months, and Maud hasn't TPK'd. No.
Well, to be fair, it's been so close.
It's been close, like
It was this close.
Honestly,
I mean-
I find the most fun is when we don't TPK. But just the threat of it's great.
I don't know. We
also
haven't
like that.
TPK'd for measurement, so
Yeah,
That's
that's true.
definitely there.
no, we've got to
Yeah,
go.
it's
We'd
been-
have to have one of the party members die.
Yeah, we need a control session to see how bad it gets.
No.
Maybe
It
not.
sounds like Tahko's volunteering, so
Yeah.
So place your
Let's,
bets.
let's
Who'll
all-
fall first.
As long as I can come
Right.
back from the threshold of death, I don't mind going on the other side.
Yeah, let's just have a non-canon session where we just all stand on the ice and see who makes it, who doesn't. We're just rolling dice, right? No, exactly.
I mean, you
Well-
can certainly try.
you'd just fall through because it would melt around you.
No,
No.
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 no, he would fall through, and then he
Hey,
would go
not-
and he'd make an ice capsule, and he'd just have a little tube going all the way up to the top of the ice.
Not all ice has acted that way towards me. Some of it has frozen, in fact.
Oh, yeah.
Just
It's
most
true.
of it has.
Some of it is neutral. Some of it doesn't care.
Are we sitting on?
True.
Are we also standing on Mare Dwelden? Because then we'd all just be eaten by the sea monster at the same time anyway. So it's a
yeah.
moot point.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's
Oh,
true.
man.
And maybe Maxwell Danner's taking care of that problem.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's got it all cleaned
Yeah.
up by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably training it or something.
One thing I think is funny is that we tell Duvesa of the Armageddon plan because I think we just know she has an okay head on her shoulders, and we don't
No.
even bother to tell Maxwell Danner.
We
She's
tell
on
her
an
because we
airship.
no look.
Somewhere else.
We tell Duvesa because we know she's not going to do anything about it.
It's true.
So we're safe with her.
See, I figured we told the Mesa, which means Mackwell's already heard of it.
Yeah.
That's
also
more
true.
accurate.
Oh,
Also true.
Yeah.
Also
You're not wrong.
Oh, that is a dunk on Duvesa though.
I mean, we didn't tell Nimsy because it was not that relevant to her.
Kind of.
We almost died. Okay, we came back with the.
Yeah,
We're
we were
not
busy.
dead.
We
Hooray!
Yeah.
believed we weren't dead.
We told her you have a guardian now.
Yep.
For the Lonely Woods.
Also, here's this talking tree. Goodbye.
Great.
Very.
I found it weird that like we we go off and then we come back and there's a big beam of light behind us and I'm like, yeah, we won, and they're all like, whatever.
Well, it's
They're not like-
Lonelywood.
They're not like cheering. Yeah.
I mean, they were actually pretty happy, but I mean, considering what they went through, it's more of a relief than like, woo, excitement. They're like, hey,
A
they
re-
turned
a
their
relief
town and
and
everything
a-
is.
like finally, I guess.
Yeah,
This
they turned their
random
town.
group of adventure rolled up, walked out one day, came back the next, and we're like,
Yeah.
"We did it. You're saved." And they're all like, "Okay."
Yeah, like, more than half of their town is a fortification around it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Just sitting there like, "Eh."
considering Vulwin came from Lonelywood, we can only expect they have Vulwin's level of like happiness.
have you seen Nimsy?
Well, other
She
than
has-
Nimsy, yeah.
Nimsy's got the whole happiness for the
Yeah.
whole Lonelywood.
Yeah,
Yep.
She makes
She
up.
stole
She's
it
the one
all.
that keeps everybody from being sour.
she's
Mhm.
secretly like an expert assassin, so she can just be happy because she just can kill anybody at any given point in time. She's already planted the scenes. She just needs to look at you funny because you get all her cookies.
Yeah,
Drop
real
dead.
talk. You can come in and you can ask for cookies, but never steal those cookies. Never.
All I can say about Nimsy being a master assassin is Vulwin had to learn from someone.
You all thought it was Yorlamar.
He taught you the ranger shit. She taught you the assassin shit. There's a difference.
Sure.
Oh,
That's silly.
Anyway, chat,
Also,
do you have any further questions for us? Just going to put that out there. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, true. No, I was gonna try and just have Zag go and be like, it seems after Vulwin met his master that he can't figure out how to travel anymore.
I did note that actually. Two
honestly,
fails in a row.
I like to think narratively this is the fact that he had a homecoming, right? He had been there, and his mind's probably not on being out in the tundra as much anymore. Honestly, it wouldn't be surprising that his thoughts have drifted. These are people he hasn't seen in as you guys know, he hasn't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
it's true. That does make sense.
He's implied as much, and they've implied as much.
He's wondering when he's going to have to defend himself again.
He's probably being stalked by his master at all times. Strike at him. Random tooth exam at any time.
Tooth exam.
We're actually a lot closer to Jarl's Moot now. If we survive the feather, we can head back. Head over there.
Oh my
Two birds,
god.
one stone.
Oh,
Jarl's Moot.
Oh boy.
That's a name that doesn't sound familiar.
That's my thing. That's a whole thing.
Isn't
my thing.
everything
It's
we do
a
here?
thing.
Yeah.
No, that involves Tahko's homecoming, and I don't know if Tahko's really ready for that yet, but I don't think he'll be ready for it. So it'll come when it comes. But I imagine after we discover whatever we're going to discover in there, someone's going to want us to report right back. So,
Nah.
and honestly, given the whole prophecy, we probably should anyway.
Yeah.
Well, now on Black Wings, Everest, something, giant black feather.
Black
Yeah,
feather's not in the
we got a
omen.
couple other rumors, around.
Black Wing, Black
Ice
Feather.
Queen.
Well, the thing is, it said
something.
find a relief in avarice, so I hope this black feather thing also helps us with the relief. So, we'll see.
Well, I'm going to be
I'll feel
relieved when she
very
tells us
relieved.
more about the freaking black swords.
I won't.
She's gonna be like, "Oh, the patron, it was me." And then just
Hey!
I am the boss.
It's like-
Did you not recognize this?
simpletons.
I mean, I was going to straight up ask her, like, are you, like, in charge of these guys, or what?
And yet you didn't.
Nope.
Yep.
I
And
did
on that
not.
note, I think that we will probably say thanks everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when we are live again in the future, which should be next Sunday, unless I'm hearing
Yep.
any nays.
Sounds good to me.
I'm good.
Should be fine. Then, thanks everyone for watching. Hit that follow button. If you want to support the channel, everything we do here, then do consider subscribing. If you've missed any of the previous episodes, you can find those over on YouTube. That's on my YouTube, so youtube.com/MordredViking. Or you can head over to our Discord if you want to hang out with the community. We have the Digital Dragons channel on there as well. I thought we had bots set up. Oh, fail! We'll have to
What?
set up some bots in the future. It's fine.
What's the command for the YouTube?
I guess it's off. I don't know. The bot's not
Exclamation point link, please.
We'll work it out. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week.
on.
Aggressive waving.